This is the Bunt, the number one podcast in skateboarding, brought to you by the number one shoe in skateboarding.
Vans.
Off the wall since 1960, motherfucking 6. I'm D Jones. I got my main man, the Ghost, with me, and we got Antoine and Jay Bros behind the scenes. Ghost, an absolutely action-packed episode 2 on the way. Break it down for the people.
Man, huge interview. You know, after we got Sinclair in the building, taking some shots at his friend.
Everyone.
Billy Marks, though. You know what I'm saying? We had to get Billy on to follow it up, give him a chance to, defend his honor, maybe chirp him back a little bit. Classic 1-2 punch in the skate game. So hyped to get him on back-to-back. Amazing stories. Billy, you're a legend. Taking y'all straight to the post office from there and wrapping it up with some playoff predictions, NBA, NHL, and even a little golf talk. Dave?
Does it get any better than the NHL playoffs, the NBA playoffs, and season 21 of the Bunt, man? What more could the people want? Like the trio going head to head for TV ratings, man. It's insane. Ghost, you know exactly what time it is. Shout out of the week.
Brought to you by The Den, your source for all the best skate videos available in premium quality right in your living room for free. Picture a sad scene. You're at work and that new Quasi video just dropped. You simply can't wait till you get home, so you find yourself hunched over on your lunch break, squinting at your phone, distracted, and shoveling food into your mouth. 10 minutes later, you're back at work and your brain didn't even process any of the clips you just saw. That's just an all-around terrible way to experience a skate video. You deserve better than that. And with the help of a little patience and the Den app, you can enjoy videos the way they were meant to be watched on the big screen in all their glory. So grab some friends, some refreshments, and download the Den app on Apple TV or Amazon Fire TV and go full premiere mode right in your living room. I mean, probably doesn't take a rocket science to figure this one out. We go on Bob CBC, you know what I'm saying? I was lucky enough to be there a couple times, seeing Bobby stomp some things in the streets. Also stomp his board out a couple times as well. You know what I'm saying? One thing that popped into my head, random connection, but Donald, you familiar with Kevin Harlan, the NBA color court commentator of like legendary ass dude? Mm-hmm. When there's a huge like posterization, he'll say like, Dwayne Wade with no regard for human life. And when I'm watching Bobby's thing, and it's just like, yo, Bobby with no regard for human life. When he's at CBC, like some of those clips when the guy has to jump out of his way.
Oh, man.
That was pure comedy. Like Bobby just locks in and he's getting his clip. And if you're a fucking pedestrian, it don't matter. He's going for it. But absolute masterpiece. Tom, Bobby, you guys should be proud. So many good clips. Fakey heeled, switchback nose grind revert, like that just shouldn't be possible on those ledges. No. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, shout out of the week.
Not only that, did he drop this part there? Every part he's dropped leading up to this has had CBC in it. So it's not like it's this like new terrain that he's getting to skate. Like he always skates that. So the fact that he went back to a place that he's beaten, battered, and bruised already to film even more just shows the bag this guy's got, man. And he's reaching for those fries at the bottom of the bag, like Kendrick Perkins would say, man.
Bro, the calf strength to do a Manny frontside flip fakey Manny, god damn, dude, that's just built different shit, man. But we know Bobby got a little buffer, so you know what I'm saying, you can get those Manny combos popping.
He is. So for a long time in our friend group, the king of CBC was Cody Brown. The shit that Cody Brown did on that gap to Manny was unheard of. And I think if you ask Cody, it would be time to pass the crown to Bobby the Kaiser, man. I mean, Cody would never admit that, but we can.
Yo, why are you just bringing our brother Cody in out of nowhere to pass some torch? That never needed to be said.
That's just what we do, man. It's like First Take when they just come up with some random shit to argue about. Like this is podcasting, man.
Cody, you hear that? It's time to shut Donald up this summer. Let's get a couple Cody clips at CBC, man. I know you got a couple left in your head.
All right, I forgot to do this, but make sure to follow us on Instagram at The Bunt Live. Subscribe to us on YouTube at youtube.com/@TheBuntLive. Hit us up on our Patreon, patreon.com/TheBunt. And then head over to the website, thebuntlive.com. Web store is still up. Get over there before everything is all gone. Do your thing, man. Do your thing. We still got hats, and the sun was shining here in T-Dot today. Almost gave me a goddamn headache because I went out without a hat. So make sure y'all got your headgear, man.
Real shit.
All right, Ghost. Only one thing left to do before we get this interview popping. And it's time to find yourself a Beamer beer if you're here locally in Toronto. You can head over to the Bathurst local right across the street from Dumbat. You know the ramps are out at Dumbat. And what's better than finishing up a session with a nice ice cold Beamer? So Bathurst local right at the skate park. Y'all know what to do. Head over there and tell them that the Bunt sent you. Ain't gonna get you a discount or nothing, but Glenn might like to hear from you, man. It's interview time. Billy Marks, let's get it, baby. All right, let's get this thing popping. We've got the one and only Billy Marks in the goddamn building today. What's cracking, man?
Just trying to live.
Bro, you gotta match my energy, man.
Trying to get through each day.
Yeah, hey, that's the grind, man. That's the grind. Oh, Billy, you ever listen to the show?
Just when people talk shit about me, yeah.
Is that often or?
I think it happened a couple times. I wasn't even really talking shit, but it was just
some old
comments.
Friends poking fun.
No.
Oh, worse than that.
One dude I never even met before.
Oh.
He said I had like the worst style or something. I don't fucking remember. It was so long ago.
Who was that again?
Yeah.
I have no idea. I'm pretty sure one of the people was Caswell, who I don't know why he hates me, but I think he said I was the worst.
Just the worst in general?
I think so. I have to
Maybe
go back
worst
and find
teammate.
it. No, I definitely wasn't the worst teammate.
Worst teammate ever.
We already spoke about that, dude. BM, dude.
Woo!
Yeah, sorry.
No,
we shared a room every trip, and everything was great. We'd break stuff and blow stuff up with fireworks. It was the best time. And then for whatever reason, you don't like me.
Damn.
Well, I hope it wasn't that serious. I hope he was just fucking around.
Yeah, me too.
Anyways, we start every show off the same. You got to hit us with your favorite skate moment and your favorite sports moment.
Ooh. Skate moment. Does it have to be me?
Mm-mm.
All right, give me a sec. We're going to have to cut some time out because I got to think.
Take your time. Take your time.
No problem.
I'll go sports moment first. I'm a big hockey guy.
Yes.
And when the Ducks won the Stanley Cup, I was like, yep.
Dude,
I watched
what a
every game of the series. They were
what
good.
A team. Led by a fucking gang of Canadians down there, man.
I know.
Perry,
no more.
Getzlaff, Niedermeyer, Pronger. Yeah, you guys are in some dark years now, but
It's looking pretty rough.
Yeah.
When
Like,
was this?
trade
They beat the
deadline
Senators too. In
Trade
the finals.
deadline. I know that was
a crazy
a gnarly
series.
team.
Ottawa was close, man. Yeah.
No, they did. Trade deadline was I think yesterday, and they didn't get anybody.
No, they needed to sell.
We're gonna be bad for a while.
Yeah.
Okay, let's think of.
Dude, what a moment. I haven't heard that before.
I mean, the skate one's hard. All right, Heath Kirchart trying to lip slide the 24th there at UCI. He didn't even land it. He just died a bunch. But I went there and I was like, this dude's fucking insane. Like, there's no way anyone would look at this and be like, oh, I'm going to try lip slide.
Yeah.
And it's the fucking biggest thing ever.
Oh, yeah. Respect just on the attempts.
Savage,
I think I looked at that rail too. It's like high as hell and just a death drop.
I mean, I'm not a tall dude, but it was like up to my shoulder. It's pretty fucking big.
Yeah. So Billy, take us back to the beginning, man. Where did you grow up and how'd you get into skating?
Corona, California. My friend who lived on the next street over, his parents opened a skate shop and they'd all be skating in the front yard. I was like, oh, that's what I want to try. And then I got a board for my 13th birthday and skated ever since.
Damn.
And I was pretty fucking terrible for a long time. It was probably like 4 or 5 years till I actually started learning tricks. I was probably like 4 years.
What was the
And
turning point?
they opened the skate park in Corona, and we were there every day forever. Like, I'm talking like 14-hour days. And I'd just get dropped off in the morning, leave at whenever the lights went off, like 9 or 10.
Damn.
And then I grew up with a bunch of people who started getting really good. You know, Tony Silva,
Yeah.
Skater for
Mhm.
Foundation. I grew up with him. And then, funny story, he got sponsored before me. He got like Flip Flow. And I show up to the skate park and he looked at me, he's like, what are you doing here? I'm like, we're supposed to skate. He's like, I can't skate with you anymore. I'm sponsored now.
Oh, that's an epic move.
Shit.
We're done.
I don't know if he even remembers that, but it happened. But we're still homies. Like, I was like, oh, this is fucking weird.
So did you have to take a little break or what?
No, he pissed me off so bad. They went skating and I just stayed at the park and I learned all of his tricks. So this is like switch front board, nollie back lip, like what else? Nollie crook,
Spiteful,
nollie
man.
nose grab. Like this is right as we're learning all this stuff. And he had these tricks and I'm like, all right, motherfucker, you want to be like that? See what happens when you come back to the park. So they come back to the park, didn't say a word to him, and I'm just skating the rail doing all their tricks in a row. And they were so pissed.
Let's go.
That's
I mean,
some
they definitely
petty in you.
motivated me.
Yeah. That's amazing. That was the
But-
breaking point, the turning point.
That's an
Pretty
epic
much,
quote,
yeah.
though, man.
I felt like I could learn those like that quick. I could probably learn most tricks pretty fast that way. So I'm like,
Just angry
Yeah.
field.
it fucking works.
That's amazing.
So it's all got to start somewhere for everybody. What was your first big break in the skate industry?
It's not a good one. I guess it would be the Web Trucks ad. It was not my finest moment. I was just happy to get free stuff. They're like, yeah, we're gonna shoot an ad. I was like, all right, great. So there was a local skate shop photographer, and then one of my friends, Joey, and they both went with me to shoot this ad. I was like, Joey, just come along. I'd rather you be there than the other dude. And it was at the Claremont 10 rail, the one like BA did front blunt shove it. It goes into the parking lot. It has like brick walls on the sides. And I did like tail slide, crooked grind. And I was like, I'm going to kickflip over the rail. And I banged the rail on one of them. I was like, I guess we're doing this. So I started trying kickflip grind.
Oh shit.
Never did one on a rail, only on a ledge. And I was putting them in. I was like, I can fucking do this. The skate shop photographer ran out of film. So like the next try or the next two tries, Joey shot it. And Joey is Shigeo. So he's worked for Transworld, Skateboard
Yeah.
Mags, or Skateboarder. He was the fallen staff photographer. But me and him started shooting like when we were kids.
Damn.
So we kind of like, I guess, got recognized off of each other because he was shooting me once I was getting sponsored. And then he'd become more famous as a photographer, you know?
Yeah.
So it worked out pretty good. And then when I got back, or when I got on Fallen the first time, he was already working there. And I was like, dude, we're back. And then I
That's
see him
what's
at every contest now because he does something, a monster. I don't know exactly what, but he's at all the contests and it's awesome.
That's
Be
cool.
like, yeah, remember Remember when we were 15, 16? That was fun.
Yeah. So quick question. When you got sponsored, was there anyone that you cool guyed like Tony did to you?
I don't think so. I mean, I'm a sarcastic fucking asshole, but only to my friends. Like, I never cool guyed anyone like that. I
Yeah.
think because it happened to me, like everyone fucking hated me at the skate park for whatever tricks I was doing, or they had their little clique of friends they'd hang out with, and then one of them didn't like me, so all of them didn't fucking like me.
Mm,
And I'm like, I'm not gonna fucking do this to people.
yeah.
Like, it's the lamest thing.
Yeah. Because you know how
But
it
I'm
goes
sure,
though. Sometimes people like if something like that happens to you, and then you're like, okay, I got to put the next kid through it, or you could be like, that was so whack that let's just never do that to anyone ever again.
I did it to Jeremy Leabres just for fun. Like we skated together all the time before he got on Toy Machine. And I'd give him like the hardest time because I knew how good he was. So I was trying to get him to like, I guess, get out of his bubble of like what he can do.
Right.
Because if you've seen him in the America video, he's fucking amazing. So I like to feel like I did that for him. It could be all bullshit. I don't know. I could be making this up in my head, but I feel like I help people get through shit as far as like if they can't do a trick or it's like a tough love thing.
Yeah. Yeah. Some people need it.
But
Um,
never cool guy asshole somebody and not talk to them again. That's fucking stupid.
yeah.
But I think like most of them looking back, they're like, oh yeah, that was kind of lame.
Yeah, for
Because
sure.
I've seen them all later in life and everything's fine.
Yeah.
It's just kid shit. Is all it is.
For sure. So you mentioned Toy Machine. You've been riding for Toy Machine for how long now? Forever, feels like.
When did I get
How,
on? 2002, I believe.
Damn.
2001, 2002, when I got sponsored, and then I think I turned pro in 2004
quick.
because well, Caswell quit. Thanks, Caswell. Ed's like, Ed's like, hey, Caswell was supposed to turn pro, and we're not going to look for a new pro, so you're pro now.
You're up, kid.
I'm like, okay. He's like, can you handle that? I was like, I think so. I don't know what's happening, but it all worked out.
Yeah.
It worked out great. Yeah. So what's the story of you getting on in the first place?
I got kicked off the firm. Also, side note, everyone knows this. I don't know if Sinclair talked to you about this. Whoever kicks me off, the company goes out of business. This is 100% true. I mean, I could list 5 or 6 companies. So I told Sinclair, I was like, hey, because I helped him get the Toy Machine job. And I was like, hey, just so you know, if you ever kick me off, 2 things are going to happen. One is Toy Machine will go out of business. And the second one is I will kill you. That's why I'm still on.
That's a good way to do it. I'm gonna do that to my next boss.
Yeah, just see if it works.
Yeah.
I mean, you have 2 outcomes.
Yeah.
So I got kicked off the firm, and I was like, the firm was whatever. I just wanted a sponsor. And then Lance kicked me off, and then I think he from my understanding, he kicked me off because they were in Blitz, and who was it? What's his name? Jeremy Fox? Is that his name? Dude that ran Flip.
Yeah.
I
think that's yeah.
told Lance that guy sucks. He'll never be anything. And then I got kicked off like a day later.
Damn.
And then
The
I
flip
talked
guys,
to
man.
I was shooting with Mike Burnett, and he's like, "Who do you want to skate for?" I was like, "Toy Machine." He's like, I know Ed." I was like, "No, I get it." So I just skated, did everything I could. Then I came out with the digital part, and I went skating with Ed after that, like a week later. He's like, "Hey, it was a good video part. Why wasn't it in the Toy Machine video?" I'm like, "I don't skate for you." He's like, "Not yet." I was like, all right. And that's kind of how everything started. Burnett and Ed.
Oh, that's wicked.
That's an awesome story.
There's a lot of stuff I forget until the
Yeah.
question is there. And I'm like, oh, yeah, I remember fucking everything now.
Yeah. Dude, you got to hit us with a quick Ed memory, man. Obviously, a character in skateboarding brought a lot of people up. You have an Ed story for us?
There's so many. When the FBI was after him on, I think it was the FBI. So we'd blow shit up on toy machine trips. I mean, if you guys seen the tour videos, it's
Mm-hmm.
constant fireworks. So we destroyed this hotel room, not like physically, but we made little like bigger fireworks with like soda bottles, and we left just gunpowder and just shit all over the room. And then I think it was the FBI tracked them down on the trip. Like, what are you guys doing? You're making bombs? We're like, no, just fireworks. Like, that was a good one. He was not happy. He was so pissed.
I've never
And then,
understood why skaters love destroying hotel rooms so much.
Dude,
I've
I
never
feel
had
like-
that urge in my
yeah.
life ever.
Or just like,
Have you ever
the
gone to Tampa
fireworks and
Am?
shit.
No.
Tampa Am, that's the whole thing. Fuck the contest. It's just kids there destroying shit.
Oh,
Like the
God.
old, there's an old pharmacy video. I think it was Brian Herman, or I don't think it was Leo. I think it was Brian, but it was like he breaks the fire extinguisher glass and just is running down the hallway spraying the fire extinguisher. I'm like, this is fucking amazing. Like, we're just dumb kids.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But it was a
Insane.
thing. I think a lot of that was like CKY. Like, that video
Yeah.
came out and everyone just fucking destroying shit, fucking with people, and we're like, yep, this is what we're gonna do now.
Yeah, this shit's awesome. Where's the shopping cart?
I mean, oh, I did so much shopping cart shit. It was amazing. It was fucking amazing.
That's
Um,
awesome.
So you had the digital part, like you mentioned. You'd been around for a while, but I feel like your like big time like I've arrived moment in the skate world was Good and Evil part. You want to take us back to that era? How fun was filming that part?
Oh, it was fucking great because I never got sore, so I can just skate every day. And then the first time I ever got sore was for that video. So
Damn.
like we go on trips and like I was getting like 6 tricks a day. And it was fucking amazing. I was like, this is easy. And then I tried to kickflip. It's at the end of Good and Evil. Like, I think it's like the beginning of the credits. It's a 6 flat, 7 flat, 8 over the rail. And it was an Etnies ad, and I kickflipped it, but it was so fucking tall.
Oh
Like,
yeah, that one.
after
Yeah,
like
yeah.
10 or 12 tries, I couldn't stand up anymore. So the one I did land, like my foot comes off, I skid into the thing, and I'm like,
Mhm.
I don't know. That's all I can do. I couldn't walk for about a week. Like that moment was what shifted me into like, oh, this fucking sucks.
Mhm.
So ever since then, I'd be like super picky on tricks and how many times I try them.
Mhm.
So I'm like, all right, if I can't get it today, if I'm not feeling it or whatever, I'll come back tomorrow. So I'll give it like 10 tries. But if it's like I'm right there, I'll be like, all right, I'm not gonna be able to skate for like 3 or 4 days. I'm just gonna do everything I can today and I'll come back next week.
Mhm.
But it was easy and fun filming for that video.
That must be
then-
nice. I feel like
Yeah.
the soreness it's not surprising because I feel like maybe a lot of people would remember you for like being an insane rail skater and flipping into all types of shit, but you were jumping down the biggest
Mhm.
gaps as well back then, like Wilshire 15 and all that type of shit.
It was everything but tech. Like I fucking suck at ledges, manuals, all that stuff. It's really bad. And then I went to the Lakai premiere. I'm like, I'm gonna learn because that video is fucking amazing. And we had to push our Fallen video back because we were there and Jamie looks over, he's like, we can't put our video out yet. It's like not ready.
We need more.
It's not even close to this. And I'm like, it's a completely different team.
Yeah.
But I was like, all right, gives me more time to film. And then I went and did like I only did a couple like tech tricks. There's some weird like rainbow arch rail just
Yeah.
against the wall. I was like, all right, Smith kickflip, back Smith kickflip. And then I was like, okay, I can kind of skate tech, I guess. I have some cool shit I did,
There's
but
my
nothing
Lakai
like that video.
two-piece.
Yeah.
How did you feel about not having last part in that video? Good and evil.
It's the most fucked up thing. Somebody once said, dude, your part in that video is so sick. Like, you got last part. And I was like, no, Diego has last part. And he's like, oh, I shut it off after your part. I'm like, that's so fucked. Because Diego had a good part.
Who said that?
Some random kid at like a demo or something. So we were all watching the premiere at the filmer's house, like a little VHS copy or DVD or wherever the fuck it was. And we're all like, all right, who's where? And my part comes on, and I was like, I'm cool with that. Because Diego was on for like
He's
2 years before me. Yeah. He was loyal. And I understood that. I didn't expect to get last part. No. Just being in the video was fucking amazing. But it comes on, I was like, little sad. Then I was like, watch the part. I was like, okay, I'm happy with it. I mean, last part, first part, middle, fucking doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Like, I would have loved to get a last part, but looking back, it's like, whatever. I'm in the video. Who gives a shit where it is?
Yeah. No, I feel you. But at the time, I feel like it was like that mattered more back then. I feel like now I don't really even pay attention to first, last, and shit like that. But
no, you just watch
videos
single parts.
When videos came out so rarely, and it was like 4 or 5 years put into them, it like last part was such a thing. And I feel like, I don't want to call it a mistake, but I feel like that's one in my head that's always been like, oh, you had what should have been the last part at the time. No disrespect.
I appreciate that. I mean, I could re-edit the video and just throw myself at the end. Fuck it.
You don't have to. Nobody watches the whole video, unfortunately, anymore, man.
Well, that's why
Everyone's
I fucking
just
hate the
searching
internet.
parts.
No one gives a shit anymore because it's just like, oh, the Thrasher Classics part. And it's like, oh, Billy and this or whatever. Like, what was the last full-length skate video that came out?
Edgelord.
I don't even... What is it?
The new Edgelord video.
Yeah, that just
don't know what that is.
A couple days ago.
I had to stop. There's so much shit getting thrown at you. So many videos, so many video parts.
Yeah.
I'm just like, I fucking hate Instagram. I go on Instagram and it's just fucking, oh, this other repost of this kid doing this thing and it's fucking shoving it down your face. I'm like, this overload. It's too much. But that's just my opinion.
I feel you. It can definitely be too much. But I did go on a Toy Machine binge maybe 4 months ago, and I just watched every single Toy Machine video, and it was fucking sick. And I came out of that with not a new appreciation, but a refound appreciation for Matt Bennett. He's fucking so
Matt is fucking great. I grew up with him too. He's from Corona. And I didn't really give him the Jeremy of it all, but I was like, I tried to help him, obviously. I'm like, let's go skate. You can do that trick. Like, we're at Wilshire, and he's like, I want to nollie 50 the rail. I'm like, oh, you get that. I've seen you do it at the park a billion times. Like, you can do it. And they did it. And I was like, nollie 5-0. He's like, ah. And that was like the most insane shit I've ever seen in person. Like, back then, 15 stair nollie 5-0, steep as fuck.
Yeah. That clip is fucking sick.
I blew my knee out trying to nollie backside 50 it while he was skating. And I was like, B, I'm done. You have to do it. And I think he did it like next try or 2 tries later.
Sick.
It was
That's what's up.
pretty rad.
Jeremy got a shot back in at you. Now that I know that you used to pick on him a bunch, it's funny watching your classics because he nominates your part.
Oh, he says
but
gapping out to the very last end or whatever.
He's like, yeah, it's the best part. Blah, blah, blah. Billy like sliding or grinding the last inch of every rail. Snuck it in there. That was a good one.
No, I heard it. I heard it. I'll let him. I'll let him have that one.
Yeah, that was good though. It was witty.
It was funny because after he said that, and then I watched the part, I'm like, yo, you're chilling on some huge feebles and shit, but it was more maybe like the kick front lip a couple times.
Yeah,
Or
that one
here and
wasn't
there.
even that bad, but there was some that were like, "Oh, how did I fucking land that?" I did. I tried Hollywood 16 for the Fallen video, and I was like, "I am not sacking a fucking rail. I've never sacked a rail ever."
Damn, a lot of three
Somehow,
flip lips too.
I figured something out. Like I kicked the board away, and I could like launch off of it and get a little bit extra oomph. And I was like, "All right, well, let's see what I can do here." I went so fast on the first try, I cleared the entire rail. And I was like, all right, I could slow it down a little bit. The ones that I did get into, it's right between the last down bar and the one right after it. And the rail, I just bounce. So I put it in and I couldn't do anything. I just bounce off and fly away. I'm like, fucking, this sucks. Because I'm not going to go any slower. Because if I miss this shit, I'm going to be fucking done.
Yeah.
So that never got done.
Damn, I'm surprised that one got away from you because rewatching all your parts, you have like the best kickflip backboards probably ever done. Like gap to rails.
Thank you.
Multiple gap to rails. Fucking Wilshire.
It was, for whatever reason, that was the easiest trick for me, like ever. It just works.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I know people don't like it. Whatever, I don't care. It was fucking 20 years ago.
I like a good kickboard. A Shadware still runs them, and I'm always like, yeah. I used to do them back in the day, so I got a soft spot for them.
I think I learned it because Reynolds, but then going to the spot he did it at, that's absolutely a kickflip lip slide. The one on the
straight
end,
on one.
yeah.
Yeah.
What is it? Kansas City gap to rail.
Mm-hmm.
That's a kickflip lip slide. But I thought it was a kickflip board because I didn't know anything when it came out. And I was like, that's the coolest trick. I'm gonna learn that.
So Costin's was a kickback lip.
Yeah.
Yeah. I always wonder that it's like so straight on that I don't even know what to call it sometimes.
I mean, the wall and the rail are pretty like it's like that. So you can't really get on the other side.
Right. Okay. So good to know.
So yeah, regular foot, it's definitely front side.
Matt Bennett and Ollie front board. Shout out.
You did.
Legend.
Take us behind the scenes on your Switch Big Heel board. Pretty mind blowing at the time in that part.
It's kind of similar as the Kickflip 50 Web Trucks ad. I went to try to do switch big spin board side and didn't even know how to switch big spin. I was like, I think I can do it. And then I started just throwing the board at it and it flipped halfway. And I had learned switch big heels. I was like, maybe that'll work. And then it just that's one of them that like I barely fucking got into it. Like I'm at the bottom of that one, which is probably fucking harder, if you ask me. But it happened. I got into the switch big heel board, and then I was already coming out before I realized what happened.
Mm-hmm.
And I love and hate that clip because
it
looks like I wear size 14 shoes and had pink trucks. And when I turned pro, I skated a 7.4-inch board.
God damn.
Yeah. Not the coolest looking dude out there, but I did some shit. I skate an 8 now, so I'm big boy, grown up. But because my friend that filmed it just zooms in on my feet. I'm like, fuck, this sucks. But the trick was, I love the trick.
Yeah,
that clip's timeless.
I think I was the first one to do it on a rail. I've seen somebody do it, I think, on a flat bar in like one of those old 411 Europe videos or something, but never a rail. So I'm like, perfect.
Yeah, I feel like that trick at that time was insane. It was a bit like Costin's 3-flip nose blunt, where like it was jaw dropping. That's why I kind of felt like it should have been the last part and the video on like an NBD on a serious size rail. But no need to harp on that anymore.
Trust me, I agree with you. I'm right there with you.
Um, so you've kept it pretty damn loyal most of your career, riding for Toy pretty much, other than the firm a little bit, but Toy for 20 plus years. Etnies twice, Fallen
One and
twice.
a half. 1.5 for Etnies.
Okay, elaborate on that. But were there any other offers along the way that we might not know about? Anyone trying to pull you away from your loyalty?
Did you talk to Sinclair? Is that what this is about?
No, I just was curious because watching all your shit, you.
I know Sinclair said some fucking shit about me. He said something stupid for sure. So after I tell these stories,
Let's
I need to know
go.
about Sinclair. So Sinclair tried to get me after I quit Fallen, for a decline, and I just couldn't skate the shoes. They're all like the little thin sole, like don't even have laces shoes. I'm like, I need like boots. Like that's what I can skate. And that was after so Sinclair quit Fallen for DC. Sinclair was supposed to rebuild the DC team as the team manager. This fucking dude, I get a call and like 5 text messages from Jamie Thomas. Like, hey, what's going on? I'm like, I just woke up. What is happening? So Sinclair made a team list with prices, like how much it would cost to have each dude a month.
Yeah.
Sinclair emailed it to his entire fucking email list, which Jamie had. So it went to Jamie Thomas too. And it's like, oh, Chris Cole will be this much. Billy Marks this much. Like, fucking, it was like the entire Fallen team on this list. And Jamie's losing his mind.
Dude, he must have shit a brick when he saw that email, man. We're under
Well,
attack.
he told me, well, Jamie told me the whole thing that was happening. I have not heard any of this. And I guess it was like a hypothetical list that Sinclair made just for internal.
Hard
And
to believe,
but he told me my name with a price. I was like, oh shit. Is that real? It was like 7 times what I was getting paid. I was like, wait, hold on. Is this a real thing?
I'll take it. I'll take it. Yeah.
I don't think I would have. Like, it would have been fucking great, but it was all whatever, just up in the air shit Sinclair's doing.
Dude,
And
Billy Marks DC era would have been crazy.
it would have been weird. It would have been weird. I can't see myself skating for anyone else besides Fallen. Like, that was my first shoe sponsor I actually loved. Like, Etnies was great, but there was so much shit all over the place, and I'm like, okay, I'm just here. But Fallen was like, there's only 5 of us. And I'm like, I feel like I helped build that brand just because I was one of the first ones on. So I'm like, this is my fucking home. That's why it sucked to quit, but I was kind of forced to. But now everything's great.
What
I just
was
had a new shoe come out. What was that?
Well, you were gonna say, what was the Etnies 1.5?
Oh, because I got back on flow. I wasn't fully on for a second time.
So yeah, okay, just run us through the history then real quick. So shoe sponsor history.
Shoe sponsor, the entire history?
Yeah, just a quick rundown.
TTS, if anyone knows what the fuck that is. It was a Brazilian company. They had one other pro skater. I don't remember who it was. Just think 20 years ago, 25 years ago, Brazilian pro skater. He was on there.
You and him.
Yeah, pretty much. They had a bunch of like flow kids, but I quit that for Etnies. And then that's when I kind of got kicked off my shop sponsor because he had some weird deal with this fucking PTS owner. He'll get him like 2 skaters or some shit. And I was like, hey, I'm going to skate for Etnies. And the dude lost his fucking mind on me.
What the
I'm
fuck?
like, he's the same dude that ripped off Tony Silva's t-shirt, like threw him to the ground, ripped his shirt off at a skate contest. because
Jesus.
Tony also skated for this shop, and he quit for Active. That dude did not like it. I seen this dude like fucking 7 years later. Like I already have like pro shoes, pro boards, and he's yelling at me in the crowd, "Fuck you, you fucking suck!" Like going nuts. They had to like kick him out of this ASR trade show
What
because
the
he was
fuck?
fucking. I'm like, who? I'm like, who the fuck is that? I was like, holy shit, that's. I'm not gonna say his name, but I was like, that's fucking look. I think Tony was skating that contest with me, like that best trick contest or whatever. And I was like, dude, fucking look. And they took him out. All right, anyway. So I left my shop sponsor after that. So I did PTS, Etnies, Fallen. I was briefly on iPath, which is fucking weird.
Whoa.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Ja.
Yeah.
They were trying to get some like
Oh.
different type of people instead of just
Tosh
fucking.
and Jake Rupp got to you for a sec.
Yeah.
Fucking drum
Yeah.
circles.
Wait, you
Fucking
say
weed
Tosh?
era?
You say Tosh?
Oh, sorry,
Townend?
not Tosh. Yeah, my bad.
Oh, that guy hates me too. That's fucking
What? Why?
great. Don't know. Actually, I kind of do know. This is a great story. He fucking hated me because I used to see him at Huntington Park all the time. A lot of people don't like me. I don't know if you guys know this. I never do anything to them. They just don't like me. So I see him at the skate park all the fucking time because I was at Huntington Park like every weekend. And I went to skate LA City College. The rail, he did the fucking feeble grind tail slide kick with the stairs in the on video. When he was like 14, it was he was a kid. So I was kind of down. I was like, I can do most of this shit. So I did like feeble, I kicked with the stairs just for like a sponsor me tape. Like I was like, oh, if all right, he's doing it, I can do it. I'm not that much older. I can fucking do it. I get a phone call at my house, like landline. He got my phone number and he said, stop doing my fucking tricks, all this shit. I'm like, this is a fucking
legend.
joke. This is a joke. Then I found out it was really Tosh. I'm like, this is fucking great. Tosh knows who I am. This is fucking great. So he didn't like me for a long time. And then he shot his board out at a Tampa Pro or Am or something. And I went to grab it. And I just fucking like, it's so slippery there. I went and slipped and like collarbone into the posts that are there. But I still got his board. And I was like, oh, fuck, here you go. He's like, thanks, dude. And then ever since then, he was like cool with me.
Okay,
And then we actually went skating. It was a couple years ago, but we went skating. Haven't seen each other for fucking 10 years. And everything was cool. It was like, he's fucking one of the nicest dudes I met.
Mm-hmm.
It was just,
great,
again, just weird kid stuff.
Yeah.
Well, you stole his tricks.
I did.
He was cheesed.
I had another friend who tried to backsmith a 7-rail. He tried to backsmith the 7-rail, hit his head, and like fucking almost died pretty much. And then like months later, I went and did all my tricks on it. Backsmith. You fucking backsmith my rail? I'm like,
Really, dude? What are you doing, man?
I'm like, yeah.
It's
like,
adding up, dude.
Well, one, you died and you're not going back to do it. Two, 18 million people have backsmith this rail, but you're mad at me because I went and fucking did it.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, it was fucking wild.
You're saying you don't know why people have a problem with you, but
bro.
now you're starting to.
There's a track
Are
record
these
here.
valid reasons?
Well, when you're
Well, no, it makes sense. Yeah.
For back in the day,
kid
shit.
stuff, yeah.
Yeah.
But
Like it's a
they
valid
like to
kid
hold
reason
on
to
it.
be mad. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
for
not
sure. I
now.
understand that.
But
But if they're still
moment,
mad at me now, I got friends from Corona who are still mad at me now. I never did anything to them.
what tricks did you do to them?
I didn't do any of their fucking tricks. What
Right.
happened was I turned pro before them and they did not like that. So I don't want to say names. It was a dude that skated for Birdhouse from Corona. You guys can figure it out. He still hates me to this day. I'm just like, dude, okay, whatever. How's that working out
jealousy
for you?
thing down there in Cali, eh?
It is.
Damn.
It is.
Not too competitive.
All right, so where was I? iPath?
Yeah.
Mhm.
And then I got on Filament. You guys remember that company?
Mm-hmm.
Had a pro shoe coming out. Who was on there? Me, Moose, like 2 or 3 other people. Had a pro shoe coming out. Had samples. I have a sample in my storage of this shoe, and I think Tim Gavin sold the brand or something. He's like, "Hey, I'm not even fucking with that no more. Here's the person to talk to." I was like, "Hey, can I get some shoes?" Sent probably 5 emails, never heard back. I was like, "Oh, I guess this isn't a thing anymore."
Damn.
And then I can't remember the timeline. It might have been the Etnies Flow stuff right before or right after that. And then I just look and Fallen's back. I'm like, well, Jamie's not doing it. So who's doing this? So I just sent a DM. I was like, hey, you should probably put me back on. And I get a reply. It says, hit up Chad Foreman, stupid. I'm like, okay. And he was the one like running Fallen before with Jamie. And I call him. I was like, hey, I got a message that said I should hit you up. He's like, yeah, you fucking idiot. That was me. Like, we're doing this again. I was like, so am I back on? He's like, absolutely. I was like, okay, fuck it. Let's do it.
Meant to be.
Yeah, it was
Full
fun.
circle.
Yeah.
Sinclair chirped you because he said you're the first skater in history to have clips that weren't good enough to be used for like whatever video at the time. The brand goes under, comes back, and then you just resurface those clips from the first time around. Is this true?
Not really. Sinclair just has a lot of shit. Like, this is the fucked up part about Sinclair. He could make anything up and people will believe him. It is the most frustrating thing ever. I don't know what wasn't good enough. Like, what clips weren't good enough that I'm bringing back. Like, everything for Fallen, I film new shit unless I like repost and like the Ride the Sky video or something. So I don't know what he's saying. I hate Sinclair. He's the worst.
You guys
He's the worst.
love each other, man. So you've got a wild bag of tricks. Some of them are yours, some of them aren't. But we love discussing illegal tricks. Are there any tricks you've
I get a
done
lot.
over the
I get
course
a
of your
lot.
career, looking back, that you're thinking like, damn, maybe shouldn't have done that one?
Yes. Any kickflip roast beef grab. It was a joke, and then it's like, oh, this is all he can do. I'm like, fucking shit. I did an inward heel flip down the Atlanta 4 block in the Fallen video, and it looks fucking horrible. It looks like I don't even pop. It looks like a pressure flip, but it wasn't a pressure flip because how my feet were is impossible. And I'm like, I did it really good, but it looks like shit. I'm like, you know what? Just fucking leave it in there.
I didn't mind that clip. I
That
think it's
might be
fucking
one of them.
massive.
I thought it was great. I did 2. It was that one and Melbourne Museum.
Damn.
And Melbourne Museum gap I did that one fucking perfect, but this one was bigger, so I'm like, let's do the bigger one.
Mm-hmm.
And allegedly now every fucking double flip sucks. So every one of those I've done, fuck those. And I hate every one of my switch frontside flips. I fucking hate.
Oh,
Because
yeah,
I've done 2 that were like perfectly like that way. Everything else is like the Muska, like straight between the legs.
yeah.
Besides that, that's about it.
I don't know how the hell you switch flip boarded everything with your like weird switch flick.
I got the worst switch flip. I don't know what it is. I can't fucking switch flip at all. I've done gaps and everyone's like, that's the weirdest thing I've ever fucking seen in my life. Like my foot it doesn't flick out, it just goes back.
Yeah.
And I'm like, ugh. So
that noise. Audible
switch
mob.
the definition
That's what the
of
flick
mob.
sounds like.
So the switch foot boards, I did do a couple. I did
Dude, you did some big ones for
What
having
was
such a weird
that-
switch flip. It's impressive.
the Bricktown one. I actually flicked out, and I was like, "Oh fuck, this is fucking great!" And I landed that one. I'm like, "That's the most perfect one I've ever done. It's not going to get any better." And I've done a couple others, like just skate park ones, whatever. I was like, "Oh, I feel good about this." But I've done some that are just like, how the fuck did I do that?
Okay, I've got two that you didn't mention. Let me know if you would still film them
Are
now.
these illegal?
Yeah.
Okay.
You hit the Pop Shove Smith on, is that one called Silmar or something?
Yeah, the blue one.
Yeah, the Somar rail.
What do you think?
Not back then. Definitely no one's. I'm probably the only one that's ever done that trick ever. I don't think I've ever seen another one. And I'm like, oh, I get why.
Yeah, I was just about to say.
But back then,
Self-awareness.
Yeah.
but back then, it was like no one's ever done this. Like, fuck it.
Yeah, you're right.
But I wouldn't do one now. Oh, I do have another one for you. It was never. I never put it out anywhere. I just did them.
Oh, I think we're on the same page here.
I don't think you even seen this.
Okay, which
So
one?
you tell me.
Okay,
You tell
I'll
me
tell
first.
you first. Varial flip lip slide.
Yep, that's it.
Yeah.
Where the fuck did you see it? I don't even know how to find it.
It was on YouTube yesterday. It was like, I forget what it was called, but it was like just all
That's
in
awesome.
capitals or something, like Billy Mark's varial flip lip slide. And I'm like, oh, I got to see this. And then
Was
you
it
do
the
one-
white rail
Yeah.
at nighttime? Yeah.
and you do it to fakie, and it looks so
Yeah.
fucked up. You do it to
I got
regular
another-
and fakie, but yeah.
Yep. I got another one I did one in the barracks, which I thought was the coolest looking trick how it was filmed. And I did one in the streets, and I was like, ew, fuck. Who was the guy from Osiris, like way back when? I think it's like Kevin Davis. This is like fucking 25 years ago. He had to add nollie varial heel flip board slide.
Oh, that's a classic.
Yeah.
So I was like, I'm gonna try it. I did it like second try. I'm like, this is like the dumbest, easiest trick ever. And I did one at the barracks for my Christmas thing. I did it to fakie, and I was like, oh, that looks actually like a cool trick. And then I did one on that University 8 rail. I was like, oh no one's ever gonna see this. I think I still put it out. Like I was like, I don't know why I did this. I'm sorry, but here it is.
That's one of those reused fallen clips.
Damn.
Must
We
have
went back
been.
to the vault.
That might be worse than varial flip lip, which is
Yeah, what do you mean, Mike? That is definitely worse.
because I remember that nollie
it's
varial heel
nollie.
board back in the day,
But
and
it's to
but it,
fakie too.
yeah, it's
The
like
fakie
mind
one looks
blowing.
cool. But
Oh,
I was just throwing shit at a wall, just whatever I can get. I
yeah.
was like, let's see if this is cool.
Mhm.
Yeah,
You saw
feel-
someone else do it, and you're like, "Fuck it, I'll do that too."
It just came back from like 25 years ago. Like, hey, maybe this will work.
no, there's a reason there was a 25-year gap between ever seeing those.
Yeah.
You know what it was? Antoine did Nollie Barrio Hills, and he made them look fucking cool.
Dude.
I don't think I'm
How?
anything like Antoine. He fucking did them good.
So good.
And I was like, oh, maybe that's cool now. Let's try this out. Wrong.
Oh,
Yeah, Antoine does them. He keeps them flat. I even watched your like fucking good and evil like bonus part thing that didn't come out, and you
Did I
like
do it down the weird brick gap or something?
No, you did. I forget what it's called, where you go up to 3 and then you skate the like famous 9, and you nollie front shove that.
Oh yeah.
But
I
like
think it's
Antoine
Belmont or
flattens his
something.
out. Yeah, Belmont, I think. If the nollie
Mine was
varial
like-
heel or nollie front shove is vertical at all, as it's like doing the 180, it's just dust. But Antoine
yeah.
like gets them flat real quick, and like they kind of look sick. Hard trick to make look
He
good.
had the fucking best style ever.
Yeah.
He was so good.
Dude,
So-
still no, not past tense. Do you not have him on Instagram, or you don't really go on Instagram? He hurt his knee recently, but he's been going crazy again.
I saw him pretty recent too. At one of like the street league qualifying things at P Rod's Park,
Oh yeah, yeah.
So-
and
Yeah,
he
he's
was
shredding.
fucking killing it.
Hmm.
He's always been great.
In a quiet village, let's call it Encinitas, lived a young girl named Nora. She was strong, fast, could skate and surf, and had a gift no one could match. She could light a candle that never went out. Rain, wind, someone sneezing too hard, didn't matter. That flame was stubborn. One night, a gnarly storm rolled in and knocked out all the lights. The villagers panicked like it was an apocalypse, tripping over flip-flops, screaming about Wi-Fi being down, but not Nora. She grabbed her forever flame candle and strutted into the storm like it was a mildly inconvenient yoga class. With her magical candle held high, she guided families, soothed crying kids, and even made the local surfers calm and nice. When the sky cleared, the villagers cheered. She was their hero, not because she fought the storm, but because she faced it with delight. Who gave Nora this gift? CHPO did. CHPO, the worldwide leader in sunglasses and watches, always doing it for the people.
You've put some insanely good clips into X Games Real Street over the years. If you don't win, is there any regret not saving those clips for a part?
Yes, absolutely. I think it was the 2014 one. I gave them
Dude,
everything.
you
Everything.
went crazy.
No one's fucking watched it. No one gives a fuck. I've reposted it and like during like COVID times, it was like, well, I guess I'm gonna repost videos and upload YouTube shit. I posted it. This was 6 years old, and people are like, "Where the fuck was this? I've never seen this." I'm like, "Yeah, I get it. I get it." But that was probably like my most favorite part because I edited the video. I did all the shit except film it. But I was like, I'm gonna learn how to fucking use Final Cut. I'm gonna do it myself, put the music in. I got the rights to the music myself, fucking everything.
Damn.
And I was like, yeah, okay, this works. I think that's why, because I edited the video, I'm like, this is my little baby right here. And then it's like Forrest Edwards has to go out and fucking 3-foot grind a 15 rail. I'm like, ah, fucking piece of shit.
Yeah, man. You had 2011, 2014. You combine those two together, it's like an epic street part. And they kind of just, I always, when they're too good, I'm like, it kind of makes me mad that like people sacrifice a minute of bangers for those things sometimes. Like, it's sick.
The thing is, I didn't have anything to film for.
Right.
So I'm like, it's just going to sit here. I'm going to just give it my all. And to still get 4th or 5th place, I'm like, fucking, I suck.
Yeah, that's why I added the caveat of if you don't win. If you win, you're like, oh, fuck it. The cash prize is significant, if I remember correctly.
What is the cash prize on those things?
I think it was like 50 grand or something.
5-0?
Yeah. It was a lot.
Yeah, so it's like
take the risk.
it's worth it to try your best, but then if you lose, it's like, fuck, I just burned some
best
serious hammers.
Yeah.
Best part for that is I think everyone in it got like $3,500.
Oh.
So I still got some money,
Mm-hmm.
but they give also to whoever edits the video $3,500.
So you double
So I
dipped.
was, yeah.
Oh,
I was like, oh, I got this.
I
got
kind of
this.
sick though. It's 7, light 7,
Yeah.
no matter what.
So I won. That's fine. I won in my mind.
Yeah. 7K, let's go. When you look at the state of the skate industry now, are you happy that you came up when you did, or would you prefer to be coming up in this day and age?
Oh, fuck no. Back then, like, I wouldn't make it now. There's no way. Everyone's fucking insane now. And with Instagram, you have to post a clip every fucking hour, whatever that bullshit is. I'm so happy I came in when I did. Like,
Yeah.
I think there's so much competition now. Like, everyone's fucking good. There's 8 billion skate parks. You go to the skate park back in the day, it's like, oh, 3 people are fucking killing it good. Everyone else sucks. Now it's like everyone is fucking good, and there's like 2 dudes who just randomly got skateboards and went to the park.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
Like,
their first
everyone
day, they'll
can
be
do the-
good in 6 months.
Yeah. Everyone can do the same tricks. It's just like shit is wild now.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's why, like, back then everyone was getting paid good. Now it's like, oh, well, I don't have to pay you that much because I can get this kid over here who can do the same shit and pay him less.
Mm-hmm.
It's fucking weird. I don't like it.
You went from Street League participant to judge. What's the story there?
So what happened was back when Deerdick owned it, I was a skater in the contest, and then I was filming something. I don't remember what it was, but I dislocated my toe and popped it back, taped it up, and just kept skating on it. I was like, all right, I can't even walk. And then I just skated through it, filming whatever, I think it was like a barracks thing. And I was fine that night. And the next day, I couldn't walk. Like I got through all the pain and didn't hurt anymore. Then I couldn't walk, and I had Street League the next week. I still did pretty good. I think that contest, they did like the best trick contest, and I did switch big heel down like a 4 block and broke my board, and I duct taped it back together. It was 2 pieces, and I put it back together and taped it and did the switch big heel down the set.
Damn.
Like 2 days later, I get a call. He's like, "Hey, yeah, you just didn't place very well." I'm like, "Dude, I have a broken fucking toe. Like, I can't even walk, and I still showed up and skated the contest." He's like, "Yeah, sorry, you're out." I'm like,
Damn.
"Do you have people who just don't show up because they don't want to come? I want to be there." And he's like, "Yeah, they had major injuries." I'm like, "No, they fucking didn't." So anyway, I was out of that. And then I think it might have been Sinclair and Jason Rothmeyer. I definitely did it with Rothmeyer because he's like, "Hey, I'm doing this small contest in Arizona if you want to come and try to learn how to judge." And I caught on to it pretty quick. I'm like, "Oh, this is fucking easy." Because I'm a numbers person. I gamble a lot, like probably too much. But I know numbers. So I'm like, "Oh, I got this all fucking day." And I kept hitting up, I think it was Kelly Hire. I'm like, "Hey, yeah, I want Street League." Because I did X Games and I did Tampa's, I did all the stuff. I'm like, "Oh, nope, it's time for Street League." And then I finally got the call, and it was like, "You want to do this?" I was like, "Oh, I got this all fucking day." And it was all like, just make sure this, make sure that." I'm like, "Dude, I fucking got this." And that was like 4 years ago, I think. So yeah, now I'm just in it, and it's the best trips, the best people, the most fun ever. Because we're all like pretty much on the same page. Like some of us would be like, "Oh, that shit sucks," and like the other four, like, "I thought that was cool." But there's always one of us who's like, "Nope, fuck that illegal fucking trick or whatever dumb shit." But
Mhm.
it's the best group of people and the most, I think, accurate contest because it's like the live scoring.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Even though people fucking hate it, like they're, how could you give this to this person? And they try to like get all nuts on the internet. I'm like, what are you fucking? I looked at your clips, dude. You fucking barely can kickflip. You don't even know what you're talking about.
Shit.
So who is it these days?
Who's judging?
Yeah, our boy Jimmy is in there,
Jimmy?
right?
Jimmy.
And Kelly.
So Jimmy, Kelly, me, Big Cat. I don't even, Scott, how do you say your last name? Paff, Scott Paff, the guy from the Fantasy Factory, whatever his fucking name is.
Legend. So, out of all the judges, who's most likely to not agree with the group? Like you said that usually you guys are on the same page. Who's most likely to be the like odd man out?
Most likely to not agree is probably Jimmy.
Really?
Yeah, Jimmy,
What?
I think.
What
He's
is he?
fucking great.
Is he less is more? I feel like he's
No,
like
he's
East Coast from that era of like
he's
probably.
definitely East Coast
He just
judge.
wants to see a
for
switch
sure.
tail back to switch and a vario heel. And that's
I
good
feel
for him.
I feel like he said some shit like, "No, I knew this dude that did that back in fucking 2002. Don't like it." Or like He'd be the one to say some shit like that.
Yeah.
But he's
just
not
looking at
wrong.
outfits too, man. He'd be like, this
Oh,
guy
that's
dressed all
Sinclair.
funny, bro.
I've seen Sinclair score people the worst score because he didn't like their outfit. This is fucking real. I'm not even making this shit up.
That's wicked.
I'm like,
though.
so
I like that.
that's how we do it. He's like, no, that fucking guy got a wrist guard on. He's getting docked points. Like, dude, he just broke his arm like last week and he's skating. Like, now looks whack.
Okay, with all that
I like
said,
that.
any other controversial judging takes that you can remember? Because I feel like I've been guilty of being on my couch watching Street League and being like, are you fucking kidding me? How the hell did that get better than that? Or like the Olympics.
Some
happens a lot.
Olympics is a whole different fucking thing. That's not us.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what they got going on for Olympics. Like, I would never want to be Olympic judge. That seems fucking horrible.
Probably have people coming for you for days.
Yeah. Not even people, just whole countries.
Yeah.
Actually, when I did the Olympics, the first year was pretty good. I was at my parents' house and I was watching it. And I was like 7-5, just saying fucking the scores, and then like 10 seconds later, it'll come on 7-5. I'm like, okay, I get it. I get what they're doing, but some of them were fucking pretty off.
Mm-hmm.
And my parents were like, how the fuck do you know this? I'm like, this is what I'm doing now. Like, I'm not fucking dumb. Like, I can figure it out.
Yeah.
But there is ones in Street League that were like, fuck, okay, we fucked that one up. Because it's hard because you see during practice and it's like, all right, he's doing this trick, fucking this trick, this trick. So we have an idea of like, oh, that would be this. We don't see everything. Like, we don't know all their tricks they're going to do. And it's like Jocelyn's a good example. It's like, oh, fucking big flip, the biggest thing there. That's a fucking 9-3. And then he bigger flips it. And we're like, fuck. Maybe 9-3 was a little high for the big flip. Because when you think about it, the bigger flip should have been the 9-3. But that's why there's 5 of us. And then it's just also, who gives a fuck? Like, honestly, like fucking okay, this is the biggest thing, and no one talks about this, no one mentions it, fucking any of this. Did the right person win? They're so hung up on the scores. Did the right person win?
Yeah,
because I can give everyone 1s and 2s, and then the one dude killing it, I'll give him fucking 9s. Was he supposed to win? Yes. Okay, he won. What do you give a shit about fucking half hour ago when the dude dragged his hand on the ground and got scored less?
Yeah.
Like, it's all placement. The numbers help. It's like a guide for us to show who should win. But I think people get hung up on fucking, 9 club score or whatever. Like, as soon as we give out 2 or 3 9 club scores, anything under a 9, we get booed. Like, the dude fell. Like, he didn't land his fucking trick.
That's kind of sick.
I'm like, dude, this is fucking insane.
Yeah. I think the hardest part of judging is giving out the first scores, because if you go too high too early, it's so hard to recover. Like you're saying with the big
like the
flip,
slow build.
Flip.
And every Tampa I've ever skated, except one of them, I was in the first heat, and I got golden ticket to the finals in the first heat, which is fucking insane and unheard of. Because I feel first heat, you're fucked, no matter what. Because they're scared to score. Like, I think I've had Sinclair be like, you can't score that high this early. I'm like, he fucking killed it. Like, what are you talking about? He's like, no, you gotta keep him low. Yeah. I'm like, no, I'm just gonna score them. But to get that base level, it's like, that's why we go to the practice and we watch the practice. So we already have that in our heads.
That's good. That's smart.
There's a couple surprises. Like, somebody will absolutely destroy it. And we're like, that's a fucking 9, like, for sure. Like, the runs are the hardest. because somebody will do one insane trick in their run, which could have scored a 9 something just in a single trick, but they throw
Yeah.
it in the run. And then they fucking bail the last trick, and we're like, oh, this is fucked.
Damn. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
they have I don't know, I was never good at the line section, so I'd always keep it mellow to like shit I can do and get like a 6 or 7 or whatever, and then just go for it on the end. But I just don't understand people's thought process as far as like, oh, I'm going to do 4 bangers in my line and get a 9 when I can do all 4 of those separate and get
Mhm.
9 each fucking time.
Yeah, I feel like Shane O'Neill does that a lot. He tries the hardest shit of all time in his line. I'm like, chill, just get like a 8 something and then get your 9s later.
That dude's fucking insane. He was the only one to almost get a fucking 10.
What was it?
It was
What's the highest score been?
I think it was a 9-9.
And what was
But
that?
this was like 10 years ago.
Some Niger shit?
I want to say it was Chris Cole or Nyjah.
Mm.
The 2 that I'm
9-9.
thinking of is, or there's actually 3. Nyjah did 270 back nose blunt down like the biggest fucking rail. And that was like when no one was doing it. He also did cab flip back lip, a gap to rail.
That was fucked.
And then Cole did, I want to say 270 flip back lip down a rail. And all those were like the highest
That's
scoring ones,
epic.
I'm pretty sure.
Damn.
Dude, Street
But-
League's the shit, man.
What were you going to say?
Who will be the next first time winner? Like, who's the next up to steal one?
I think Braden Hoban.
Mm.
I've watched him skate a lot, and I think he would be the next one to actually win who hasn't won before. Like
Good answer.
the major events.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That's
I can
dope.
see that for sure.
I mean, he's fucking amazing.
Yeah. So you've said it a little bit. We understand you like gambling, but also wagering on tricks as well. What's your biggest gambling win and loss? And when will we be able to bet on Street League?
Allegedly, you can bet on Street League now.
Mm.
I think it's on DraftKings, but I
Oh,
don't know
really?
exactly how it works because I've never seen it. We're not allowed to
you
gamble at
can't
all.
be-
Yeah,
you
you
can't be
better
looking
say
at
you've
that.
never.
No, we had a whole fucking federal meeting.
Yeah.
And I'm
you
like,
better watch your shit.
well, the thing is, we'd all have to be in on some fucking bullshit to like shift who's winning. Like
Yeah.
we'd all have to be in, and anyone would fucking see it. It's like, oh, Nyjah did cab flip back nose blunt. Oh, you got a 7. And then
Mhm.
we'll use Braden. Braden did a kickflip down the set. Oh, it's a 9.8. Like that would have to be that blatant of like we're doing something.
Mhm.
But it's never gonna be. We don't give a fuck. We're not betting. We don't give a fuck who wins. They care who wins.
Yeah. I've seen some, what I still to this day, you can't convince me otherwise. I don't even remember who won, but Chaz Ortiz should have won Tampa Am or Pro or whatever it was at the time. And like, he just never had the full like respect from the skate industry, I feel like. And his line was so much better than whoever won that year. I'd have to go back and look, but I feel like that shit's happened in the past, but now it's maybe a little different with betting, you get in trouble.
Chaz was a weird one because I've spent a lot of time with him at the contest, and there's been moments that he get a little too cocky, maybe. So Street League is just strictly skating. We don't give a fuck what you do outside of this contest. I feel like something like that, like a different contest, would have been like, no, this guy fucking, I don't like his attitude or whatever
Sinclair
it is.
would have done that.
I don't want to say no names. No, I don't know if Sinclair would have, but I know other judges would have. And it's like, are you judging the person or the contest?
Yeah, that
'Cause,
time
I mean,
from at
Both.
home, trying to be unbiased, I'm like, Chaz Ortiz is a contest skater, and he just had the best run by far. and he lost to like a much more popular skater who probably did a third of the amount of tricks. I don't remember.
Who won?
I can't remember. Fuck. Maybe Tori Pudwill win one? I can't remember. It was someone who just wasn't like a traditional contest skater.
They all blend in. Like, I don't remember.
Yeah, exactly.
I've been to Tampa once, but I've been there 40 fucking times. Like, I don't remember Pro-Am, whatever it was. But yeah, I mean, some contests judge differently. We're strictly like, who skated the best? That's all that matters at the end of the fucking day. Like, sorry, your dude didn't fucking win. He fell 9 times. We're going to piss somebody off no matter what. Like, oh, my friend should have got a fucking 9-2. You gave him an 8-7. Like, whatever. Fucking fuck off. But there is contests that I've judged that's like, all right, after all the scores, because people, we fuck up. We fuck up all the time. We're humans. Like, shit's not perfect. And we're like, all right, let's really look at it. Like, the ones that you don't see the live scoring is like, who actually skated better? Like, this is what we have on the iPads. Like, well, this person is over this person. I'm like, okay, we have the opportunity now to go back and be like, did they actually skate better? Because no one knows the placement.
Yeah, you need that.
And some of, I have been in situations where shit flipped. So, like, yeah, he got scored higher, but when we look back, it's like, because we're watching fucking 200 kids. We're like, it's impossible to remember everything. But we're like, okay, these 2 people or these 3 people on the bubble, who skated better? And then there's usually 3 or 5 of us, and it's like, I think this person did, or I think this person did. So if we can't agree on something, then placements stay the same. But if we're like, you know what, he did actually skate better, or she actually killed it better, you can move people around.
Yeah, you have to have that ability, or else you're gonna make way more mistakes.
That's how every contest used to be. Like the Vans showdowns and every Tampa. Like, it's just really hard with the live scoring.
Yeah. No, that's unnecessary pressure. But gambling, biggest win and loss.
Just at a casino?
Or you
are you
could
talking
casino
about,
and then also on a trick.
It was a win and a loss for a trick. So it was a fallen video. We're in Australia. Jamie Thomas is like, I'll give you $100, or I'll bet you $100 you can't hit your board on the rail and right away, and I think it was like 2 or 3 tries. I'm like, are you serious? He's like, yeah, right now. I'm like, fuck, all right, let's go. And it was the blue 18 rail in Australia. So I was like, fuck it. Just went for it, board slid it, landed, rode away. He's like, no, that don't count. That don't count. So I won the bet and I didn't get paid.
Oh, what?
And then I did back 50 and feeble back to back. Still didn't get paid. I appreciate he got me to fucking jump on the rail. But I'm like, oh, that sucks. I won that bet, but still broke.
God damn.
Did try to crooked grind that and fucking died. I just stuck at the top. It was real fun. Biggest win at a casino is, I think, 8,500.
Damn. Ooh.
Yeah, I was on a good one.
What were you playing?
I couldn't blackjack. I couldn't lose. I was doing like 2 hands at like 400 each, and it was just like blackjack, split, double, fucking all the shit. And I was just like, yes. The dealer looked at me. She's like, fucking leave, go home. I'm like, okay. I was like, I'll play this 1,000. If I lose it, I'll go home. And then she's like, I fucking told you. And then like 3 hands, she kicked the shit out of me. I was like, I'm gonna go home.
Yeah.
But that was the biggest one.
Dope.
I don't really lose too much. I think the biggest loss is probably like $500.
Oh,
I don't bring enough to
go down bad.
Yeah. I've had friends that are like fucking tapping out their credit cards and shit. I'm like, not doing that.
No,
I'm a
fuck.
responsible gambler.
Nice.
Good. Can you tell us about the side-by-side story?
Is it Chad? Chad
Yeah.
brought this up.
And
So-
if, with your permission, could we play the clip when this comes out?
It's not good quality. And it look,
Oh,
you
dude,
don't
no.
see anything.
Yeah,
Did
but
he
it's,
send it to you?
I was dying laughing when I watched that shit. So
Okay. All right, this is...
I never seen it.
Test them out.
Yeah, yeah.
Left. What? I'm not gonna hit it like this fucking guy. Shit. Hands in. Everyone alright? All good? Fuck in. Sorry guys. Your hand good? I'm good. I'm good. Chad? Yeah, I'm good. Okay. Alright. All good. I gotta get all this shit out of my ear. I'm so sorry.
No, you good, brother? Hey,
Am I good to get out?
somebody's phone is fucking calling emergency.
I was at Chad's house because I'm helping him build like a farm store because he has a ranch. I'm like, oh, I'll come down for the week and help you build some shit. And he's like, hey, we're not doing shit today. My friend's coming. You got the side by side. I'm like, already, I'm not getting in that fucking thing. I don't trust nobody driving. And then I was like, all right, fuck it, I'm getting in. And the dude's actually a really good driver. Like, so I'm like, oh, fuck, all right, let me try. So I'm ripping around and it's all good. And then he has like a little circular horse stable thing. And I was like, oh, I'm just going to go around this a couple times. And the dude driving before me was already ripping around that and left like a little like divots or whatever, like little whatever you fucking call it, wheel marks.
Mm-hmm.
I was going literally like 10 miles an hour. Like I had just hit the gas and turned and it hit one of those and just started flipping up. And I'm like, oh, here we fucking go. So I just hold on and I'm like, I close my eyes and I'm like, all right, halfway through I open them. I'm like just flipping in dirt and just dust. I'm like, oh, it's not that bad. It's just fucking nothing. Because those things are built to do that.
mm-hmm.
And then Chad was like, dude, we flipped like 9 times. I'm like, no, we didn't. We flipped maybe once, if that. So my phone flies out. And I'm like, where's my phone? On my phone, it's like 911. How can I help you? I'm like, what the fuck just happened? And I was like, oh no, I dropped my phone. Like I didn't know. Like this is fucking weird. So and they're like, all right, that happens. Hung up. And I get like 3 calls from my wife. She's like, what happened? I'm like, what are you what are you talking about? She's like, I just got a call from 911. You're in an accident. What happened? I was like, oh no, it was so stupid because my phone updated the night before. So it's like all the 911 emergency contacts, all this shit just clicked back in. But it like freaking the fuck out of my wife when it was like nothing.
But what,
It was
your
just a
phone
little-
called them because it flipped or something?
Because she's my emergency contact. So it's like if you set somebody for emergency on an iPhone, if you get in an accident or something happens, it hits them up. So 911 is calling me, they're calling her. No, she can't get a hold of me because I'm on the phone with 911. I'm like, I just tipped the fucking thing over. It was really funny. It was like 10, 15 miles an hour.
But who called 911? Your phone automatically
My
did? 'Cause
phone
it flipped?
automatically did. Yeah.
Oh, it sensed.
Because my phone flew out.
Right.
So I think it knew, because those things go 0 to 70 in like 2 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
Like, so it knows you're in a vehicle. And then I don't know what happens after that. Like, honestly, if it was like, oh, it got thrown from the vehicle, like come to a dead stop or something. But it knew.
Okay. It knew somehow.
iPhone knows a lot of
Crazy.
shit about us.
Yeah.
It's like, your husband's drunk driving. Like, no.
You're like, well, yes, but I'm
Well,
okay.
those are made to be flipped. It's fine. Nothing was even wrong with it. I'm like, I'm so sorry, dude. Fuck, my bad. I'm sorry. He's like, no, it's all good. That was great. I'm like, all right, fuck. I think, and then Chad said he got a concussion. He said he hit his head 8 times or something. He definitely was fucked up the next day. I'm like, did you know we were flipping? He's like, yeah, I just couldn't do anything. I was like,
Fuck.
I was pretty good. Like, I was chilling. I'll do it again.
That's crazy.
Bro, you covered in dirt was hilarious, man. That looked
Yeah.
like a TV show
so
or
I-
something.
He got antiqued, man.
I went into the bathroom and I did about 40 Q-tips and I couldn't get all the dirt out of my ears. And then, like 5 days later, I'm still pulling dirt out of my fucking ears.
God damn.
So, long story short, that's my driving time. I'm done.
You don't drive?
Not worth it. Well, no, those things.
Oh, those things. Okay.
I drive a regular car. I'm not trying to rip around fucking pillars and shit doing donuts.
Yeah.
I was killing it before, though. I
Had
was
your minute.
fucking destroying it. I was like, oh, I'm fucking gonna get one of these. And then that happened. I was like, nope, don't even want to look at one of these.
Damn. What's the turkey fire story?
Another great Chad story. I'm fucking trying to film a trick. I need an ad. Chad was the photographer with us. He didn't show up to the fucking spot we were skating. I'm texting him during tricks, like, where are you? Like, I'm gonna land this. Like, I need this fucking ad. Nothing. He shows up like an hour later, happy as fuck. He's like, dude, check this out. And there's the goddamn building on fire. I'm like, I'm gonna get kicked off right now. And you're talking about this turkey building fire. He thought it was the coolest fucking thing. So, like, every few months, I'll just send him a photo of the fire. And I'm like, remember this shit? And he's like, dude, it's just a good photo. I'm like, cost me my career almost, okay? It's fucked.
Okay, I'm excited to hear this story. Can you tell us about the contest in Russia and what went right, what went wrong?
Everything went wrong. Okay. Again, this is Chad's fault because he's the one that hit me up to go skate this contest. Get flown out to Russia and get there. Everything's fine. There's like probably like 40 of us in one hotel. It was like Elliot Sloan. Maybe DeCenzo was there. There was a bunch of people for this contest because they had a vert contest and a street contest. We get there. First day is all good. We're settling in. All fucking partying at the restaurant at the hotel. Next day, we go look at the contest. It's on a fucking military base. There's tanks pointed at the fucking setup. So there's a vert ramp with tanks, like ready to fire. And I'm looking at the course. I'm like, who's here? Looking around. I was like, I could fucking win this. I think it was like 30 grand or something. I was like, I'm gonna fucking win. Like, this is the most confident I've ever been in my life. Next day, it's like, contest is done. Like, I'm like, no, I'm supposed to win this. Like, what are you talking about?
I already spent the money.
So we were there for a week. It was like Sunday to Sunday. So Sunday we get there, Monday we look at the course, Tuesday shit's fucked. Allegedly, the guy who promised everything borrowed the money from the Russian mafia. And every day after fucking Tuesday, it got weirder and weirder. So the first day, he didn't pay him back. He had a time frame to pay the money back or half the money or whatever it was. We see him the first day and he's just fucking crying. He's losing his shit. He's like, I don't know what I'm going to do. See him walk up the second day. They took his car and he had like a $100,000 Range Rover. They took that. And me and Chad are up on like because they had two restaurants bottom, top floor. Top floor just overlooks everything. The dude is standing up on the side of the ledge looking over, crying. And I'm like, Chad, this is not good. Like, what is happening? He's like, we'll get out of here. It's fine. That dude was losing his mind, crying to us. He doesn't know what he's going to do. Next day, never saw that fucking dude again.
Oh shit.
No.
Pretty sure they took care of him.
Really, bro.
Also, the next day, they canceled all of our flights.
Oh, hell no. You're staying.
The hotel would not let us leave. They wouldn't let us leave. They're like, if you go out, we cannot protect you. You will die. No, it's fucking serious. And there was like dudes checking out the hotel, like just random cars, just watching to see who would leave. And we're like, what the fuck is happening? So there was nothing to do. They had like a massage spa place. So Chad booked every massage for every hour for the entire week. And it was probably like, it was so cheap. It was probably like $20 a massage. So it was probably like $500 for the whole week. And then he'd hear people be like, fuck, I want a massage, but the time's booked. And Chad would like turn around like, oh, that's actually my time. Like, here, which one do you want? Had like coupons, and he'd sell them for like $150.
Oh
He probably made like $4,000 on reselling massages.
wow.
What a legend.
It was
Hustler.
fucking insane. So a lot of us got to know each other pretty well because we were stuck in there. And then the hotel, I think, whenever they saw us walk by, they're like, Saturday or Sunday morning, 2 a.m. Sunday morning, 2 a.m. I'm like, what the fuck is happening? So we had to rebook flights. And they figured out a time to sneak us out of the hotel.
Oh my god.
Yeah. So we're all like, fucking, all right, well, I guess we're going to the hotel or going to the airport. Our flight wasn't till like 3 p.m. And we're getting to the fucking airport at like 4 in the morning.
With your life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
All
yeah.
right.
I was terrified. I thought they were waiting at the airport for sure. Like,
Oh
I thought we were
my
going to
God.
get fucked up at the airport. So we all get into the shuttle, and I'm like, fuck this trip. I'm not paying for my shit. I ran up some shit on my credit card in the restaurant. It was probably like $250, which is great for a week. Everything was fucking cheap. So I'm like, yeah, fuck it. Charged it to the room. They wouldn't let me leave. They're like, they come on and they're like, who is William Marks? And I'm just like, oh fuck. So I'm getting all down. And then I think Chad stood up and laughed and pointed at me. I'm like, you motherfucker. We could have been out of here, dude. I gotta walk back in now. And so I'm like, all right, fuck. And I tried to pay. And at that time, I had just like credit union, so I couldn't call anyone. They put a hold on my card, and it was like fucking, I don't even know what time it was here. It was a Sunday, so I couldn't talk to anyone. And it was declined. I'm like, I have enough money. What the fuck's going on? Like, maybe call the bank. I was like, nope, they're closed. So what do we do now? You better find money. I was like, fuck. All right. So I was like, Chad, I need to borrow $300. He looked at me, laughed, and said, no. He's like, nope. And I'm like, no, we can't leave till I pay this. He's like, when you pay me back? I was like, as soon as we fucking land anywhere. So he comes in, and everyone's laughing at me. I'm like, just fucking pay it. Get back. Get to the airport. I don't remember where the connecting flight was, but we landed, and the first thing, Chad's like, where are you going? I was like, just shut the fuck and follow me. And I went straight to an ATM, pull money out, paid him back. I was like, you motherfucker really weren't going to give me $200, $300 that you're going to make me stay there. He's like, no, but I mean, I didn't know if you'd pay me back. I was like, you send me my checks. He's like, what the fuck are we talking about?
Holy shit.
We got out of there safe, and that dude was never heard from again. So
Damn.
that's probably the
actually
last time I'm
fucked.
going to Russia. I've been there
Yeah.
like 5 times, and I'm like, every time has been fucking insane. But that one was like, I might die, so I'm good.
That was the last one?
Damn.
Yeah, that was definitely the last one.
You guys almost
And if
got
anyone
Brittany
asked me,
Griner.
like, if anyone was like, "Hey, you want to go to Russia?" I just laugh at them. I'm like, "I don't know. Fuck you. Why? Why?"
Yeah, you just made me not want to go. I made some Russian homies when I was in Shanghai, and I really wanted to go visit them at some point in my life, but now you just got me scared.
I mean, it's hit and miss over there. It's like, could be like, "Oh, everything's fine," or it could be like, "Oh, it's not a good time," and you're like,
Yeah.
I don't want to deal with either of those. So
Yeah, definitely not a good time right now. So
yeah, no, I've heard some stuff
Yeah.
just from the news. It's wild.
So what's next for Billy Marks, man? What's
What's next?
what's next?
Trying to start my own podcast
Whoa.
with my wife.
That's dope.
But sick.
We've talked about it long enough to where it needs to happen. We just have to get. That's why I'm glad I'm doing this, because I'm just gonna rip you guys off and just like use this app, and yeah, it's
This
gonna be
thing's
like the same
wicked.
thing. No, but we want to get people in, but we just moved to Joshua Tree, which is far as fuck from everything.
Mm-hmm.
So to get people up here is gonna be like a mission. But so she's an actor, and I'm a skater, and it's called The Actor and the Skater, and every other episode we're gonna have an actor on or a skater on, and then that kind of like, because she doesn't really know too much about skating, so she has the questions for the skater, and then I'm like, I don't really fucking act, so I'm gonna ask you this, like, and we know enough people to where it would be pretty fucking good.
Hell yeah.
That sounds
And yeah,
awesome.
If you don't want people to come, this app is fucking easy.
You're gonna have to show me how to actually use it and record. What are you guys on, computers right now?
We're on iPads.
iPads.
And you can hold a fucking hour and a half recording?
It saves in the cloud, baby.
Oh shit, that's
somewhere
true.
It's
You get that
saving.
fucking 3 terabyte or whatever.
Yeah.
That could be an option. But we want it to be like, we want people to be here.
Yeah.
But the hard part is we have fucking 5 wild dogs. They're fucking insane.
Yeah, it's perfect.
We got wolves, coyotes, fuck, a whole bunch of crazy shit. So anyone that comes over, they go nuts for fucking an hour. So we got to figure out our studio space.
Yeah.
But yeah, once we do that, that's going to happen.
That's dope, man. Can't wait to peep it.
It'll be fun.
Feel the heat from here.
Yo, it's Rapid Fire with the Ghost, and this week we're brought to you by the only boards I ride. That's Real Skateboards, baby. With the best shapes, molds, and graphics in the game, you know we ain't fucking with nothing else. Real and Bunt alum Nicole Haas just released her first twin nose shape, coming in an 8 and 825. I know Donald's gonna love that one. I also got to get my hands on one of those new DBX boards. Lighter, snappier, and longer lasting. Ayo, Jim, let me get a box, eh? Find Real at your local shop, including Familia, Escapist, and Venue in the States, and Shred Shop, Blue Tile, and Palm Mile in Canada.
Okay, Billy, we've got one more section for you.
Okay.
A little rapid fire. You ready to make it pop, bro?
All right, let's go.
Favorite skater?
Heath Kirchart.
Favorite video?
I'm going to go sight unseen.
Favorite video part?
Heath Kirchart and sight unseen. Like, fuck, you're making this real easy.
Favorite style?
What does that mean?
Which skater has your favorite style?
I'll go Mike Sinclair.
Dude.
I like the fat style.
You didn't even need to wait to get to the shit at the end to chirp his
That's
boy.
good.
Which skater had the biggest influence on the way you skate?
Oh, there's a couple. Heath's my favorite skater, but he wasn't at the beginning. It was Jeff Raleigh and Reynolds.
Sick combo.
A lot of 4-on-1s.
Yeah. Most talented skateboarder on planet Earth.
Horace Edwards.
Favorite trick.
Kickflip, roast beef. No, I'm just kidding. 3-flip.
Nice.
Just hanging out. 3-flip. Super fun.
Hardest trick for you.
Switch flips. It's really bad.
Most illegal trick.
Everything I do.
All right.
All
Favorite
right, no,
clip.
okay, we'll do any grab. A flip trick with a grab, even the fucking kickflip backside grabs. Sorry, Reynolds. Illegal.
Favorite clip you've ever gotten.
3-flip no slide. End of the Fallen video because I've never done that trick and I just went straight to the hubba and tried it for days. I think it took me like 4 days learning a trick at a spot. So that's probably my favorite one.
That's beast. Worst trend you've been a part of.
Vaping.
Sinclair said you were early vapor. First person
I
you
was
ever
one
seen
of the
vape.
first. I had the big boxes, like the big ones. I was like, check out this cloud. But it was pretty, yeah, I gave up vaping. I just started smoking again. So I'm really proud of that.
Gnarliest trick you've ever witnessed.
Josh Harmony grinding like it was like a 28 stair rail.
Damn.
And I fucking fucked the footage up because I was filming it on like those Motorola flip phones where you can't even tell what you're filming.
Yeah.
And I walked in front of the camera as he was doing it.
Oh no.
And he had to do it again. I was like, oh, this is where he dies.
Yeah.
But then he fucking nailed it. It was like one push. It was like 8 feet of run up to a 28 stair. And I'm like, this dude's fucking insane. Oh, I fucked that up. Sorry, got to do it again. And he did it. I'm like, okay. That was it. That was just to witness that is fucking gnarly.
For sure.
Yeah. What's the one trick that got away?
I mean, all right, 3-flip, backside board slide, Hollywood 12.
Ooh.
So I did it. I got real fucking close. And randomly, Jim Greco is walking along the side of Hollywood High as I'm trying it. Like walking to his house. I'm like, this is fucking weird. And then he stopped and watched me. I was like, no, I know who you are. You can't do that. I don't like it. But like I did one and like slipped out and like the board hit me in the back and just I couldn't even fucking move anymore. But I got really close to that one. That one would have been a good one.
Yeah.
Fuck. Did anyone ever do that? Did Terrell Robinson or anyone
Terrell
do that?
was the first one, and I stole it from him. Terrell don't like me either. No, I'm just kidding. Me and Terrell are homies. I was the first one to do it down a rail. He was the first one to do it, I think, in general. He did like a small pyramid bump to down bar. And I was like, is that hard? He's like, it's super fucking easy. I'm like, all right, I'm going to try it. I think the first one I ever did was the Tampa Pro best trick.
Mm.
And I did it like 7 tries.
Was that the one with you and Galea going off?
It might have been. It might have been.
Galea did like nollie bits,
There was
nollie heel back lip and stuff.
Yeah, that one. But I mean, I did something never been done before, so fuck it.
What's the biggest bunt you've ever witnessed?
I got one. It's fucking amazing.
Let's hear it.
So we're skating Bricktown. So Fremont. I think it's Fremont Elementary in Santa Ana, Bricktown, 10 stair rail, and they used to have the curved or the angled rail, which is really low. Every fucking zero video, every video ever has this spot. So Trainwreck shows up and he just gets out of the van and starts front boarding the big one, which is like 14 or 16 stairs. And we're like, holy shit, we just saw his Vero ad, like this Trainwreck. He's fucking amazing. And my friend who can't do anything. Tries to kickflip no slide, the angled one. He's like, I got this. I got this. I'm like, dude, you haven't even board slid it yet. And we're just kids. So he fucking tries to kickflip board slide or kickflip no slide this, sacks it like 3 times. Trainwreck did his front board as he's sacking this rail. And Trainwreck wanted to do other tricks. He wanted to skate more. And he comes up, he's like, hey, dude, I gotta go. Like, your friend's freaking me the fuck out. And then again, sacks it again and just dies. I'm like, I get it. I get it. And they left. It was the freaking weirdest shit ever.
What was your friend's name?
Jordan Davis.
Let's go.
Oh,
That's one of the better Bunt stories.
Side note, I used to go to Bricktown every weekend. So it was like Huntington Park, Bricktown. That was the only spots. I was there for a lot of shit. I filmed Costin's back nose bunt in Manic Monty.
Damn.
He didn't know
sick.
that. He didn't know it, but I filmed it.
Okay.
So there's a whole little thing with Costin about the back nose bunt, and there's a screenshot, if you could find it. It's Costin, and then I'm in the background with that dude Jordan. We're just standing there. I think I posted it on my Instagram. I'm like, this is fucking amazing that this is in here.
That's
so sick.
I had bootlegged all these people's shit.
I should make a
A
video.
lot of
You still
Artel.
have the tapes.
No, those are gone. Those are way gone.
What's the last new trick you learned?
Oh, like learn a fucking trick?
Bro, you have a
Shit, I
fucking
don't
pro
know.
shoe out right now.
Yeah, I already did all my shit. Like, what do you want from me? More? You want new shit? I don't know, honestly. Fuck, it might have been something from like Battle at the Barracks. Like, that was a while ago. I did
Nollie
my
barrel
friend,
heel
all right,
board?
so my friend Chuck, we'd play skate and he'd always get me on fucking nollie front flip, and I'm like, I can't do that. So I learned it just so when we played, I did one. He'd always get me a fucking letter on this stupid fucking trick. And I'm like, I'm gonna fucking do one. I think maybe one is all I've ever done, but that's probably the most recent from
Hell yeah. I like that.
10 years ago.
Once
That's all you
again,
need.
pettiness driving you to
Oh, yeah,
fucking
yeah.
learn
Like,
some new
fuck
shit.
See what
You're right.
motivates you. Yeah.
Anger
Dream
and-
job. Dream
Anger and
job
money.
after skating.
Retire. Nothing. No, I
Podcast.
actually I really like it. It's a lot of like remodels. So I worked with my friend Guy for the last couple years, just side gig, like fixing houses. And I really like doing it.
Mhm.
So I'm like, that's something I can do and make money, pretty good fucking money, and just get drunk and listen to music and make a bathroom, which I'm doing right now. So this week
Sick, man.
I'm doing that.
That's sick.
Hell yeah. Favorite local brand?
As far as what in skate world or just in general?
I'd just say it's just usually an excuse to shout out. Like if you have a friend with a small new brand or something. Like if you want to be a good
Well,
friend to Sinclair, you could say
now-
Slappy.
Fuck Slappy. That shit sucks. So I just moved to Joshua Tree, and I have a little bar right down the street called Masa Menos, and it's the best fucking place ever. I'm there every other day. So I'll give him Christian, Masa Menos. Go there if you're in Joshua Tree. It's fucking amazing. You'll see
Hell
me. I'll be hammered. Slappy's okay too. I'm just pissed off at Sinclair because he didn't fucking send me the trucks he was supposed to. He's like, I'll send you trucks. Fucking like, okay. Never once got a fucking package.
Damn.
So they might be fucking great. But right now, fuck you, Mike.
All right. Favorite local skater?
I'll go Corona local. And it's a tie. Three-way tie. Matt Bennett. I can't just pick one and then
That's all right.
then
That's
more
all right.
fucking people hate me. It's like no, I'm not doing that. 3-way tie. Matt Bennett, Jeremy Liabres, Austin Stevens.
Very
Yo.
nice.
Yo, supposed to watch a show last night with my girlfriend, and I was like, nah, like I'm watching a Toy Machine video, and I was like, I actually just need to watch this part before we put on our show. And it was Austin Stevens, This Is Skateboarding. Watched it twice in a row. That song.
What did
way
you say
too
to Bell
sick.
and Sebastian?
Yeah. I don't love
Yeah.
anyone.
Yeah.
Yo,
Austin's
short
great.
and sweet. Fuck.
He was like the coolest shit in Corona, and then he's like, "Oh, I'll pick you up to skate." I'm like, "Fucking, this is great." I think he heard after I did the kickflip 50 down the rail. He's like, "You did the rail?" I'm like, "Yeah." He's like, "Let's go skate." I'm like, "Okay." And I'm pretty sure I fucking sucked. Like, that was just a one-off trick I did that was lucky as fuck. And I'm pretty sure he was like, "Oh, this guy fucking sucks." But we'd skate and see each other at the park. And
Future
he was like
teammates.
the hometown hero.
Oh, you're all Toy Machine heads.
Yeah.
It's pretty sick.
I got most of them on, so I mean, that's kind of my team. It was my team.
What's the one sponsor you regret riding for?
Probably Split.
Whoa, throwback.
Forgot about Split.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I mean, I did that for money. I tried to make it, honestly, I tried to make it cool. They're paying me well. I'm like, all right, let's see what we can do. And then that was like the most hate I've gotten skating for that company.
Damn.
Because
I could see
yeah,
that.
it's fucking weird. People hate on everything for no reason.
Yeah, nobody's safe, man.
I know.
I was too young at the time to even know what like a cool brand was or wasn't. I just saw Fabrizio Santos was on, and I was like, sick.
You're like fire.
I had fun. It was a great time, but I mean, sure, if I could have got on fucking Volcom or whatever, like that would have been way cooler. Maybe I'd be that fucking cool dude.
Damn, you would have been a good fit on Volcom back in those days. Good and evil days.
I wanted to. That was like high school dreams. Like that was the coolest fucking company.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, nah, it's not gonna happen for me, but I'll take this money.
Favorite teammate ever?
James Hardy.
Legend.
Yes.
James was fucking amazing.
The man.
The nicest person you'd ever fucking meet. But yeah, James.
Love that. Worst teammate ever?
Oh, hold on. Give me a second. Worst teammate ever, Nate Broussard.
Oh, shit.
Damn.
I love Nate, but it was shit that happened when I wasn't there. So I'm pretty sure he came back to the hotel hammered, and he was in Barcelona, and he was sharing a room with Mike Burnett. This is the story I heard. I don't know if it's true, but I'm pretty sure it is. Just hammered, throwing shit, yelling, and Burnett's just falling asleep, and you hear Broussard go and just spit, and it landed in Burnett's eye.
Oh no! Oh,
I mean,
my God,
he's a great dude, but he got kicked off after that. So I mean,
bro, for sure.
I'd say that might be the worst teammate. Not personal experience, but
bro, that's enough to write someone off for a long time, if not forever. You're about to fall asleep and someone spits in your eye. Are you kidding
Nate,
me?
I don't know.
Oh,
Hold on,
shit.
Nate. I don't know if you even remember me,
Bro.
but I'm sorry.
If you're wasted too, you probably don't even remember the next day.
Nah, you're just
I don't think
fucking-
he did. I think he was just like, "Hey, let's go skate."
You're like, no, you're
Fuck
going
you.
home.
Oh, that sucks.
There
That
was
really
was
sucks.
one guy. He wasn't on, but he was like a flow kid. His name was Mike Rowe. I think it's a Canadian dude. He got kicked off mid trip. They sent him home like mid trip.
Damn.
He was the worst. He was like a fake Austin Stevens, and he complained about fucking everything. All right, Mike, I don't know if you remember me, but you sucked. You were terrible. Yeah, but that was another one that I remember. I mean, usually everyone's pretty good. If you're going to be in the van with people, you got to get along with people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Do you remember Chad Dixon?
yeah, I follow him on Instagram. I love Chad.
Okay.
Is he terrible?
loves you. No, he's
actually
one of my best
a goat.
friends. But I talked to him last night because I just remembered he told me a funny story about you back in the day, and I couldn't remember what it was.
What team were you guys on together?
LRG.
LRG, yeah.
They did a Canada trip.
We
The
did.
most
He was
epic
great.
team. Hesh
He has a
fresh
crazy fucking story, too. You get all fucked up, right?
team. Yeah.
Didn't you get hit by a car or some shit?
Many times. But yeah, he told me that you
He's
you
a
took
cat
all
with
his
9
money
lives.
battling a switch big heel. You did it first try and just took his money, and then you took all of Tommy Gunn's per diem and like one dice roll or something. Like
Yeah, that sounds
$2,000
about
or
right. It's kind of what I do. I come up at the beginning of the trip and then don't do anything the rest of the trip. It's really fun. Like, I got paid. Sorry.
That's dope.
Okay, worst company.
Ever.
Yeah, worst skate company.
I'll make it easy. I'll go Slappy.
Oh no, Mike!
I'm just kidding, Mike.
We-
I'm just joking.
that's why we had to get you both on this season because we knew
Should
the
have done
shots
it
fired.
together, man.
Yeah.
I know he said a bunch of shit. It's fine. It's fine. He can say whatever he wants. People will fucking believe it. But fuck you, Mike.
Worst trend.
I kind of fucking hate the super baggy pants. Like the
Yeah.
extra baggy. I don't like it.
No.
Like,
Yeah.
what are you doing?
Can be a little much for sure.
Like, you can wear normal fucking pants, but the extra baggy, there's a couple people I'm thinking of. I'm like,
Yeah,
why?
name some names, dude. if you
No,
have to.
fuck that.
You still on the super tight ones?
No.
You're like in the middle now?
Yeah, I got
Kinda
middle.
like a nice middle ground.
Yeah. Normal fucking jeans.
Yeah.
That's why your
But the
shoes
extra
always look so
baggy-
big.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did have the fucking super tight ones. I think I went into my parents'
Those are
closet
sick, dude.
and like took my mom's old jeans.
Oh,
Like back then, I was like, "Yep,
Yeah,
want
they
to
had
be
a
a
little,
in the
fucking piss
knees.
drunk.
yeah, a
I
little
want to be a
flare
piss
at the
drunk
bottom.
so bad." I skated some fucking bell bottom one too. That's
Yeah, that
it's
shit's
fucked up.
fucking hard.
When I skated for Rusty, and they're like,
Ooh.
"Yeah, come do a walkthrough." So I grabbed a whole bunch of shit, and I was like, "These fucking suck." So I went back and I went to the girls' clothes and I grabbed a bunch of pants, and a lot of them were fucking bell bottom. And I'm like, I guess this is what's happening because I'm
They
not
look
wearing that
sick.
other shit.
Yeah.
But I'm normal now.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Like what kind of pants?
Levi's.
Oh, okay. Really normal.
Yeah.
Hanging
Pretty-
out at the pub.
Pretty fucking basic. Like
Yeah.
5'10", 5'11s, whatever.
Nice.
Yeah,
Classics.
if Levi's wants to sponsor me,
Yeah.
I don't really skate much, but I'll wear the shit out of your pants.
They had a skate program for a hot minute, eh? I think that's
Yeah,
done,
they
though.
did. I think they still do, right?
I don't know. I'm not
Didn't
too sure.
Jamie Foy skate for him? Or no, it's Dickies.
Yeah, sticky.
Fuck, Levi's was a thing for a second.
Yeah.
You could just try and go viral again and just be sponsored just for being a content guy, like Billy's Balls back in the day.
No, I
Mil-
I did that as
early
a
days
fucking
viral.
joke.
He is, bro.
I
He's about
did
to
it.
start a podcast. What are you talking about? You're not doing
Yeah, we got other,
That's
we got
exactly
other
what
shit.
you're
I
doing.
did the balls
You're
thing as
headed
a
right
joke.
to the internet. Yeah.
It was a fucking huge joke. I saw some stupid Facebook video. I'm like, that's stupid. I can do it better. And I did it. And I did it again. And then I was the original fucking Dude Perfect. I was, and they stole all my fucking shit. Fuck you guys.
You're
Yeah.
a trick shot guy?
Dude Perfect, if you watch this, fuck you. You stole all my shit. But I had a
Donald,
career,
you
so
seen
I'm
that?
like,
Dude, perfect? Or the
No,
Billy's
Billy's
balls?
Balls. Obviously, we saw it back in the day, but like I
Yeah,
looked
yeah.
at it again yesterday. It's like 5 million views 17 years
it's
ago.
been at a steady
Damn.
5 million for 17 years.
I might bring it
Yeah.
back.
No one cares no more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
People, I get messages that are like, that shit's fake. I'm like, you know how hard it would be to fake all that and edit
Back then?
like fuck off.
Yeah.
Why is it all blurry? Because I had a handheld camera because I was poor. Like, what the fuck do you want from
17
me?
years ago. Okay, 2 more. Worst style.
My go-to just wants to be Mike Sinclair for everything. Like, I
You
don't
already
want to
gave
say
him- You already gave him favorite fat guy style.
Yeah.
it's also the worst. Have you seen him? Have you seen the shit he's been posting?
Dude, he did
I've
a
been a
sick
little-
nose manny
He's
last
getting
week.
me
Bait to
hyped,
ledge.
man. He's
Yeah.
killing it right now.
Oh fuck! I don't know what worst style. Fuck. I'm gonna get like death threats. Jub, remember Jub?
No.
I don't know. He skated for Black Label.
I don't
And
know.
long-
that
Does ring a
He
bell.
he just roll off shit that's like 30 feet high. It's fucking. Just look it up. It's fucking crazy. I don't know. Now I feel like a fucking asshole for saying that. I haven't talked to that dude in like 40 years. All right. What's
Okay.
the last? What's the last?
last one.
Okay, Billy, who's the last person you want on the sesh?
Forrest Edwards.
Damn.
The last person?
There's gonna be some like backhanded compliment though.
Like the last person
No,
you
it
want to be
definitely
on the
is.
sesh with you.
Yeah, he's too good.
He will go up and do all your shit before you even like get out of the car. Like that dude is fucking too good. He is.
That's awesome.
He can do every fucking trick, every try, every other try, and it's like, oh, you get hyped for a second, be like, yeah. Then he's like, oh, dude, something way fucking cooler than you were gonna film for an hour, and it's like, fuck. All right, well, that sucks.
Yeah, sitting down at this spot.
It's happened before.
I hope we
But
get a new.
I love Forrest.
I hope we get a new
He's fucking
Forest
great.
part this year.
Not a legend. All right, Billy. Thank you for coming on the pod. Absolutely killed it, man. And can't wait to check out yours when it drops, man. Good luck with that.
It'll be soon.
That's
Thank
fine.
you guys. Appreciate
Hell
it.
yeah, G. Thanks, Billy.
All right, later.
Welcome back to the post office, brought to you by our good friends over at Dickey's Skateboarding. Quality workwear since 1922, from the work site to the streets. Ain't nobody keep you fitted like Dickey's, man. All right, Ghost. Who we got up first?
All right, coming in hot, Patrick K. What's up, Bunt? I recently tried out a new board shape, Twin Tail, and it just did not work for me at all, and had to retire it after a few sessions. When you guys have a shape that doesn't work for you, whether it's too long, short, wheelbase, etc., do you retire it or do you just stick it out till the board is done? P.S. Have you guys ever experimented with the new shapes that have been put out, Twin Tail, Twin Nose, Easy Rider, etc.? Or do you not even think about it and will skate whatever?
It's a great question. I wish this came in a couple weeks from now because I'm actually getting a box of the Twin Noses sent, which is a shovel nose on both ends, which I'm kind of looking forward to. The only time I think I've ever taken a board off before it was done was just if it was too small. Like I tried to go back to 825 recently, and it was a little bit skinny.
Yeah, no, I take boards off all the time if I'm not feeling it, and I'll just give them away. But I can't do it. I've set up like a board and taken it off the same day if it's off.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't had that problem in a long time because I've just been skating real boards for so long, and like I know what I'm getting. But in the past, that shit would fuck with me too much. Never. I don't think I've ever tried Twin Tail, Twin Nose, any of those.
Yeah, I think iShot has the Twin Tail, and now Nicole's dropping Twin Nose. I don't know what Easy Rider is. All right, I'll get back to you about the Twin Nose. All right, next up, we've got an email from Eamon Durkin. What's up, Bunters? Been listening to the Bunt for a couple years now, and it's been the best thing to listen to on my commute to work or going from spot to spot. I got a funny story about Mark Suchu. A year or two ago, he came into the local for a collab shoe, and he couldn't stop talking about how much he hates gripping his boards and made the homie do it. He then hyper-analyzed every move he made and complained that there was a crease forming before the homie smoothed it out. He later returned from a spot all grossed out with dog shit on his trucks and tried demanding another homie clean it off his trucks. LOL, that's pretty much it, but as you can tell, he didn't make the best impression on the shop. P.S. Ghost, you think the Celtics are going to run it back this year?
I hope not, first of all. Let's go Cavs. Let's go Thunder. Let's go Warriors. And
pretty much anybody but the Celtics.
Yeah, damn.
Is there anyone you'd like to see win
Knicks.
less than the Celtics?
Yes,
the Lakers.
The Lakers. Easy,
Yeah.
that's it. And it's kind of scarier, but for me, it was always like root against the Celtics, root against LeBron, whoever he's playing for, root against Luka. And like Luka and LeBron are like, you know how I call the Celtics cockroaches? Like Luka and LeBron are so hard to eliminate in a series too. And now that they're together, if they do lose early, it's like all that stress goes away in one. But like they're gonna be so fucking hard to eliminate. We'll see.
This story about Suchu, you believe it?
Do I believe it? From the mark that we've gotten to know, he's like the nicest dude, a sweetheart. So I don't know. I mean, I don't want to call our lovely listener here a liar, but I'll just say it doesn't sound like Mark. But yeah, I don't really know what to say. It's kind of funny.
That's rough, bro. Asking someone to clean dog shit off your trucks.
It sounds a little exaggerated, to me. But who knows? Maybe Mark will chime in, write an email to the post office, and clear it up.
Defend your honor.
Yeah. Thanks for sharing. Next up, we got a speak pipe voice memo from Waylon Petramol. Donald, can you play that one into the mic? 'Cause,
Is there ever going to be a Bunt X van shoe? You guys would do a sick collab, and I would love to know which model you guys would choose and what the vision would be behind the shoe.
Is there ever going to be a Bunt Van Shoe collab? I fucking hope so. That's my answer, dude.
Yeah, great question. Great question. Funny timing. I also hope so. We'll leave it at that. It would be extremely dope, and we would be honored.
All right, next up, we've got an email from T-Baby, Anthony Tanner. Sup, Bunt Gang. I'm wondering if any guest has ever went on to be sponsored by a company they fired shots at in the worst company part of Rapid Fire. Times are tough, and maybe an energy drink or a big shoe company could make someone eat their words. Respect to anyone making a living on the board, though. No shade to anyone and their sponsors. I don't know.
That would require a lot of digging. Something that neither of us are going to do. So if you want to go back and listen and cross-reference old eps with current sponsorship situations, go for it. But nothing comes to mind.
It would definitely be like a Monster Red Bull type scenario.
Yeah.
That would make the most sense to me. Someone coming around to, taking the check.
Yeah. But I don't think so. I don't know.
Yeah.
Who knows? It's like you said, respect to anyone making a living off the board, man. It's a cold world. Bundle up. It's crazy out there these days. Secure the bag,
dude.
Folks. Yeah. All right. Next up, we have a voice memo from Travis Fawcett.
Boys, if you could only pop from one stance, except for like regular or goofy, whatever you are, what would you pick? For the rest of your life, only pop either nollie, switch, or fakie. You can do 180s and all that, but like you'd have to revert to get back to your original stance. What would you pick and why? And what would you find most difficult for yourselves? It's a bit of a weird question. I would think Nollie would probably be the least scary. I don't know. It's a weird one.
Wow. I'm crossing fakie off first and foremost. Imagine just like riding through the streets like as transportation fakie. No thanks. I do love
Holy
fakie
fuck.
stance tricks. Like I love
Pushing
fakie.
switch and then hopping into fakie just for crazy. Man, it's easy for me. I'm just gonna choose switch. I don't know.
Okay. The appeal to Nollie is just riding around regs for transportation.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. I guess
yeah.
you're right.
I can't kid myself. It just being on your nose at all times is just weird.
Yeah.
Or maybe it's just for popping. You can ride normal. I don't know. But I'm going switch as well. I mean, I mostly skate switch anyways. So
Switch, and then least likely is fakie.
yeah,
What an
fun
interesting
question. Yeah. Shout out Travis.
All right, next up, we've got an email from Jesse Garza. Do you guys think that in a few years from now, people will start to film less like Strobic? Personally feel like cutting off the top half of the body is misleading. For all I know, those hands could be all over the place mid-trick. Will people start to imitate Strobic less? Yeah, I'd say, of course, man. Everything comes and goes, and right now people are imitating Strobic a lot, and eventually that will go. Personally, I love when my filmer zooms in on the feet and can't see how loose the rest of my body is. It works out great. Or vice versa, man. Zoom in on my head and can't see that my toes dragging around.
Yeah, it does definitely save some people. Like, yeah, I don't know. I'm trying to think of like a clip where like I feel like Ronnie, not to throw our boy under the bus, had a clip where he did like a pop shove back 50, and I think it was zoomed in on his feet a little bit, but
Yeah.
he probably pushed off the wall. Like it looks like his momentum's doing that,
Yeah.
but you can't see it. So like it can be handy at times, definitely if you have wobbly arms on a manual or something.
Exactly.
But yeah, I mean, Strobeck keeps kind of reinventing himself too, and then people just be fucking trying to do what he's doing at all times. So I don't know if that's gonna stop, but the hella zooming in and out feels like that's still not going anywhere anytime soon. And I hate when people do it and give me motion sickness. Like, I don't mind when Strobeck does it. Like the new Supreme video, sick. You know, like when it's done right, it's fucking dope. And like Vince 2's, yeah, yo, he's had a big week. Did you watch the Supreme video?
Dude, this is more footy than he's like ever dropped in his life in
Yeah.
the past. Like,
Yeah.
it's insane.
Yeah, I was dying though, this fool. But first of all, I mean, anytime he's come up, I hope it's clear I'm a huge fan. But
Oh,
I was
obviously.
watching Tampa Pro the other day, and they call his name. I was like, what the fuck is Vince 2's doing at Tampa Pro? And then he drops in front Peebles, the little bump to rail, and then he hangs up on 5-0 the quarter pipe. And then he proceeded to fall for the entire rest of his run. And I was like, but then I don't know if this is true. I heard he like needed to do it for like visa shit or something, like enter a pro contest. And then I heard that
that's
man
wicked.
makes so much sense.
That's
But I
wicked.
was dying. I was like, oh shit, the street man's like Steezy man's at Tampa Pro. Like, that's kind of cool.
Bro,
And
I
he does,
thought you
like-
were gonna bring up his frontside flip switch Manny on flat.
Oh god, that's what
Bro,
I'm saying. He had
I
a
told you,
big
bro.
week.
This how?
Pro and then that. I'm
That's
like,
how
oh.
I'm gonna get my fakie tray switch Manny. If this trend starts to hit, I'm in.
No, because the fakie tray is gonna hit the ledge. If you try, bro. But did you see the other one? He does backside flip on flat, and he comes up like he's
Bro.
gonna switch flip back tail the ledge.
We've been to that spot. This
Yo.
man just hit a flat ground line and a flat ground Manny.
Yo, next time I get rapid fired, I have my answer for worst trend.
Yeah. Flat
A
ground
flat-
lines.
A flat ground trick next to the ledge.
Dude, that was maybe they think he hit it.
Yeah. But like I said,
Massive fan.
huge fan. He's
Yeah.
too steezy. But
Yeah.
it was just a funny week, or like whatever, however many stretch of days from falling on that front 5-0 to switch backside flipping on flat. Big week for Vince Twos.
Legend.
Shout out Nick, Edgelord, the whole gang. All right. Next up, we have an email from JC. When you man's gonna quit playing and get Stefan Boak on the pod? Guy nollied over an upright trash can. What more would you want? What more could you want?
First of all,
That's a
we are
good
not
question.
playing, bro.
Yeah.
What are we playing about? Stefan is the homie. He's a young man, you know, working through his career right now. Hats off to him, doing an absolutely stellar job. And that's one we're going to get to, you know, like the pod will hopefully have the longevity to let Stefan continue doing his thing, traveling, putting out video parts, just building his career. And then we'll get to the bottom of all of it, you know. There's no rush with the young folk, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, nah, real shit. Stefan's a big
busy
little
kid.
bro. He's fucking bigger than me and Donald, but he's still a little bro. We love him. And in my head, it was always once Alzheimer's turns him pro, we do an episode and we celebrate with him. Unfortunately, RIP Alzheimer's, but yeah, like Donald said, gonna keep doing his thing, and the time will line itself up. And I would love to have him on. Giving people a glimpse into his mind, his crazy mind, would be funny for everyone.
We'll get there. All right, last email of the week, Nico Pena. Hey, fellas, how are you keeping your mind sharp these days? I've been playing the New York Times daily games like Wordle, Connections, and especially the crossword. Have you ever peeped those? They remind me I need to expand my knowledge beyond ABDs and spot locations. Also, shout out Quasi for the Bob CBC clip. It was a true work of art. It made me feel more connected to a piece of Bunt lore. I'm sure it's a lot harder to skate than Bobby made it seem. If anyone deserves a follow-up interview, it's him. His career has blossomed beautifully, and this piece felt unique and impactful in a way not seen since the pre-IG era of skating. Good luck with the final chapter of the Bunt video filming process. It's going to hit. Peace. Dude, I know that Bobby would absolutely love to hear those kind words about the masterpiece he put out there. I know he's reading the comments to see what people are thinking and what they thought of the video that he dropped, you know. Is the question just how do we keep our mind sharp? Well, I just downloaded ChatGPT, so it's getting more and more dull as we speak. But some of the young bucks at work showed me that you can use it for literally just about anything. So I plugged the electrical code book into ChatGPT, and now anytime there's any issue at work, I just ask the app and it sorts it out for me. But I used to play Wordle. We play Wordle at work and shit like that. Pretty good at it. Don't mind a Sudoku every now and then.
Yeah, shit. I actually read a book and a half this year.
That's awesome.
Got over it. Yeah, I hadn't read a book in a few years, so that was
What
good.
was the book? Was it good?
Nah, like my sister and Colette kept raving about this book and saying I'm gonna love it, and like they're like, just get past page 100, and then I got there, and halfway through the book I'm like, yo, this ain't hitting, and I finished the book. I'm like, I don't really care about these characters.
Yeah.
And then I read halfway through the next book. There's 3 of them, and I was just like, yo, I still don't care. This ain't for me.
What are the books about?
Some crazy fantasy world.
Oh my god, my girl's into this shit, bro. She's read 10 books in the last year. It's insane. The twisted dark fantasy. She's always trying to explain to me what's going on. It's the reading part is
fantasy
epic.
Book, but
yeah,
just wasn't.
That's cool. You read one though. Props, man.
Yeah, I gotta get into a new one. I can't let that turn me off reading completely.
No,
that's what always happens. I start a book, and if I don't like it, instead of starting a new book and trying again, I just like tell myself I'm going to finish that book later, and I never do.
Yeah. The last book I read was back in 2018. It's Michael Rappaport's book. It's just a book of short stories. It's absolutely insane. But I think I was on a resort for a week. Put a good dent in it.
I used to love Rappaport. Like,
what happened?
Crazy. I don't know. G. Moody. Oh, Bobby?
Yeah. You want to speak on the Bob part?
The one thing I didn't get was, why did it make him feel connected to Bunt lore?
Because we speak about him. He's like family to us.
Yeah.
I actually saw him this weekend and spoke about the video a little bit.
Is he hyped?
He's hyped. He someone commented on the video that they wish they could have just seen all the lands put together as well, and I thought that as well, but I didn't bring it up with him because it didn't please him.
No, but that's like the low hanging fruit. That's the first thing that like
any
like, of
basic
course that probably crossed everyone's mind, but like the barracks does that, you know, when they do those things where someone skates for an hour or whatever, and then you see the whole session, and they put all the lands together at the end. I don't know. It didn't feel necessary for some reason with this, and I feel like that was the beauty of it. It was an edited rough cut, and just hats off to Tom and Bobby. I absolutely loved it.
Great music. The way that the like evolution of the lines and just seeing them try the same trick on different days, and the method to the madness, and like that spot is absolutely fucking tough to skate. Anybody who goes there knows like pushing around that place is tiring just because the ground is so rough. Every year it gets worse and worse. And one of my favorite things was the line with the tray flip over the flat gap, because nobody has skated it like that before. And he was rocking the Toronto Maple Leafs t-shirt. Good for you, Bob.
Yeah.
Killed it again.
I was hyped Tom switched the angle on the tray flip on that, because he filmed it from the front at first and it didn't look like that cool, and then he switched it from behind. Just straight up masterpiece.
The security cam footy too, genius to have that thing up there.
Yeah, I was there on a couple sessions, man. Those guys put in some serious work and some serious stress.
Yeah.
I mean, you could even see it in the video.
Yeah.
But yeah, and the time of year, I remember the last time I bumped into them down there, it was like fucking cold as hell. These guys are just getting it.
Yep.
And thanks for the good luck on the Bunt video. If you see my part and it doesn't have a clip at CBC, know that I failed, because that's one of my biggest goals. I've never filmed a clip there in my entire life. I need to get a line there. Yeah. And Spitfire 93s, remember? That's what I was raving about them. I'm like, yo, CBC, I can actually skate there. Yeah, so we'll see what happens.
Oh, man. It's been like nice here for the last 2 days, and you see all sorts of people popping up skating CBC nowadays. Everyone's going to think that, you know, Bobby's the trendsetter in T-Dot, so, you know, all sorts of people going to be all over CBC for the next little while, trying to make it pop like.
Okay, let's also not act like CBC hasn't been there forever. You've got live at CBC, but I did see the homie Aaron. Someone called Steezo called him on the DMs, like, watches Bobby's part once and he's filming at CBC.
Why you gotta shut me down? That's
funny.
Obviously like.
Okay, but CBC is gonna get skated every year.
Nah, you know, people are gonna go extra hard on CBC this year. Ain't gonna take. I know a couple people. I ain't gonna name names. He's gonna get a ledge line.
Yeah, because you can't do like Manny's there anymore. It's like, unless you're going like, I don't know, like what would even be, what's left to do on the gap to Manny?
No, not the gap to Manny, but the last line I got there, I did a short Manny, cut the corner, and then came around and hit the big wedge.
Yeah. Well, I mean, as we just saw, there's a bunch of ways to skate it. Yeah, one of the underrated things though, it's so hard to make the gap look as big as it is.
Like the switch tray gap. Yeah.
Like people, unless you've been there, like Kalis regular 3-flip that back in the day, and
Yeah.
that was like so insanely mind blowing to us at the time.
And the switch ollie
and
up.
Yeah. And Bobby's not even known as a switch trader, but that's like a fucking crazy one.
That was wicked. I love the big
insane.
flip too.
Yeah.
That was awesome.
Good shit. Good
Awesome.
shit.
All right. Y'all know what to do. Get your emails, voice notes, and video notes over to the buntlive@gmail.com. Get yourself in the post office, man. Let's make it fucking happen. Ask the
Thomas
ghost more
Morrison.
questions about his fucking video part. Make requests. Do whatever you want.
Nah. After Gold Rail, I'm done opening my mouth. I guess I just claimed a line at CBC, but I wasn't very specific.
Well, yeah, that's chill. You actually want that line at CBC. It'd be good.
Yeah, a couple ideas.
Yeah. Welcome back to the Rundown, the Skateboard World source for sports. It's the greatest time of sports outside of like fantasy football playoffs and the Super Bowl and all that jazz. The NBA and NHL playoffs. Round 1. Right now the Leafs are up 3-0 against the Carolina Hurricanes. We beat Montreal in overtime last night. And it's possible we clinch first place in the Atlantic Division. One of the quietest first place seasons, you know, because of prior playoff failures. Everyone doesn't want to hear anything about it until we get to the playoffs. But if all goes well, the Battle of Ontario will be reignited. And the Maple Leafs will play potentially 7 home games. 4 in Toronto and 3 in Ottawa. Because we know that Ottawa has no fans. They all come from Toronto, man. Who would you take in this series? Ottawa hasn't been in the playoffs in, this might be a guess, but potentially 9 years. The Leafs have been in for 9 straight years.
Holy shit, that 9 straight and they won once?
Yeah, man, we've been through some shit, all right?
Holy shit.
It's all right.
Okay.
But I almost think that this worries me more than playing one of those big teams down in Florida like Tampa Bay and the Florida Panthers, you know, former Stanley Cup champions. If we were to lose to the wild card Ottawa Senators, I mean, I'm a fan for life, but I literally just don't know how I would go on with my regular days.
Yeah, I don't envy. It's when you're that much of a tortured fan base, and then you finally get the layup or the supposed layup, and you say you lose game 1, and then the doubt starts to creep in.
It's all on game 1. It's like game 1 is actually game 7.
Holy shit, man!
So we're just gonna fire through, and we're gonna see how we do and how far we get. Maple Leafs and Sens, quick. This is rapid fire guesses for you.
Leafs handle business 4-1.
Oh, that's the first time you ever picked the Leafs. Yeah, I'll back that up. You know how the Leafs get it done. Next up, Tampa Bay and Florida, 2 heavyweights in the Eastern Conference. Playoff teams, man. They've been there before. They played each other.
These down. Write down our guesses, man, because I'm gonna smoke you this year. The numbers don't win, but we'll see. At least, I mean, the game count doesn't matter too much.
Game count. Let's just pick. We got the official piece of paper here. NHL. Say. Dono. You said T.O. first. All right.
Fuck it.
Florida and
Tampa.
Tampa.
I don't know who's good. Because before you did it, and you never told me their records or anything, and I just went blind, and you'd be like, that team's the 8th seed. And I'd be like, fuck.
Well, these teams are close. They're locked in. They both have 98 points. Tampa Bay has one game in hand, so they're neck and neck. Like,
who they playing?
Florida won the Stanley Cup last year.
Yeah,
but they've been battling some injuries. You're taking Tampa?
Bay, man. Yeah.
Okay.
Let's go.
I'm going to go ahead and pick Florida. There we go. Next up, the Washington Capitals, first place in the Eastern Conference. Alexander Ovechkin, the greatest goal scorer of all time in NHL history, versus the Montreal Canadiens.
Oh, I was so ready to go with my boy fucking OV, but hey, you know who I'm going with, baby. It's
MTL, and I'm taking the Caps because you can't go against the great one. Bands that make her dance, and quite possibly what could be the least watched playoff series: the Carolina Hurricanes and the New Jersey Devils.
Devils all day, easy. My OG, actually Montreal's my OG team. Then the Devils. Let's go, baby.
I'm gonna go with the Carolina Hurricanes. They always win one round and then lose after that. But New Jersey, one of the great logos in the NHL, the home of Tony Soprano, all sorts of good things going on down there in Jersey, man. It's a little bit, the waters are a little more murky in the West, but it's tough to say who's going to finish where. But as of right now, it would be the Winnipeg Jets versus the St. Louis Blues.
Let's go with Canada, man, all day. I got no ties to St. Louis.
Well, first place in the NHL, but St. Louis, the hottest team in the NHL. I'm not going to get too cute here. It's round one. I'm sticking with Winnipeg as well. Next up would be a battle of heavy hitters, and this is kind of why people hate this new format where it's not just 1 versus 8, because you have teams like Dallas and Colorado playing in the first round, which is just extremely unnecessary. But here we are, the Dallas Stars and the Colorado Avalanche.
Let's go Avalanche.
Oh, nice pick. Potentially two of the top 3 players in the NHL right now, Nathan MacKinnon and Cale Makar. Dallas is deep. They may have the edge in goaltending. I'm going with Dallas, man.
Damn, Atiba's a Colorado man. We got to show some love.
What's that got to do with us,
our boy? I had to stop over in
Don't we
Denver.
Know anyone in Dallas?
Nah. I had to stop over in Denver last time I went to LA, so I feel connected to them. You know what I'm saying?
It was a connecting flight. There's no connection between you and Colorado. But next up, the Las Vegas Golden Knights and Davis Torgerson's Minnesota Tortured Wild.
Davis, love you, Davis, but your boys are toast. They're trash. It ain't happening this year. Back to the drawing board. Let's go with my Dark Knights all day, every day.
That's how I was going to call them, the Black Knights, the Dark Knights. The Minnesota Wild, man. Great young team. Brock Faber, Boldy, Kaprizov. They got Marc-Andre Fleury, the Flower, one of the greatest goalies of all time, on his last legs. But this year, it just ain't for them. The Vegas Knights, too big, too powerful, too deep, man. Jack Eichel proving himself to be a top 5 player in the league. Vegas it is, man. And here we go. One of the most anticipated. Seems like we've had this series 4 years in a row. The Edmonton Oilers and your Los Angeles Kings.
Byfield, let's fucking do it. Kings
for the first time.
4-2. Oh,
the Kings.
Minnesota Wild are getting swept, by the way, but 4-2 in this series.
For the first time, the Kings have home ice advantage.
Say less. Byfield. Let's show them how Canada does. Mixed nakeds.
Are you allowed to say that?
Whatever. Let's go. I mean, I feel like I said it a few times earlier in the pod, and then someone emailed it saying to chill, and I was like, all right.
I like what the Kings have done. Tough team to play against, but we're talking about Leon Draisaitl and Connor McDavid. They just had some bad injury news with Ekholm potentially being out. But in the playoff, the stars shine the brightest, baby. And they just don't have anything to keep up with McDavid and Draisaitl. So I'm going with Edmonton. Now, if I was a fan, I would want the Kings to win. But logically speaking, I got to give it to Edmonton. So that's our first round. That's it, man. But all that matters is Maple Leafs. Like, none of this other shit even matters. You know what I'm saying? It's the Maple Leafs or bust. T-Dot. William Nylander, 45 goals. Austin Matthews with the quietest 31-goal season. Mitch Marner quickly approaching 100 points. And we got our goalie, Anthony Stolarz, man.
Dude, I'm kind of excited. I don't know. It's probably not the first time, but all my teams are in the playoffs this year.
But who are your
Canadians,
teams?
Devils, Kings, and Dark Knights, man. I got 4 shots at this. Let's go.
Yeah, I got 1 shot. Our year. You hear me? All right, moving over to the NBA. Same thing. First round, quickly approaching. But in the NBA, as you know, it all starts with the play-in. The place that nobody wants to be. In the Eastern Conference, it looks like absolute trash.
Holy
4
shit,
teams
Orlando fell down
that
there.
are awful. Let's go through how the playoffs, the play-in, shakes out. In the East, Orlando versus ATL. Am I writing this down as well?
That's what's kind of annoying about this, because 2 of them aren't. We don't like.
Yeah,
it's
I
hard
think
to
we can
predict.
do first round of NBA next week. Let's just run the play-in right now, because it takes about a week, doesn't it?
No, because the thing is, let's do the ones that are already locked in, like the 4, 5,
Okay,
and
the 3, 6, and 4, 5.
Yeah, because the series will have started by the time we're talking next week, I think. But yeah, let's go play-in at least though.
Playing in the East, Orlando versus ATL.
I'm going Orlando. They've been dog shit. Their offense is fucking broken, but I still think they're better. They have a higher floor, I would say, than Atlanta.
Orlando. I'll stick with Orlando as well, mostly just because Trae Young's hair drives me absolutely insane, dude. Next up, which would mean Chicago and Miami for a chance to play Atlanta. Who are you taking? Chicago's been hot, have they not?
Yeah, I love their rookie Bucelis, and I feel like getting rid of Zach LaVine just got it was one of those addition by subtractions, which sucks because Miami's kind of, they were struggling. They had a double-digit losing streak, but they've kind of figured it out, so it sucks to say goodbye to one of those teams. But I'll go with, man, I don't want to go against Nick, so let's just go with the Heat. Figure it out. Bam. Tyler Hero. Make it pop, man. Let's go.
Oh, you picked Miami.
My heart, like, my brain is saying Bulls. My heart says Heat.
So I'm going Chicago. So that lines up a dance between Miami and ATL for you. So essentially what we need to pick here is our 2 play-in teams.
Yeah, Orlando and Miami for me.
I'm going Orlando and Chicago. The Hawks lose 2 in a row. Devastating fashion. All right, first round, we have my delusional New York Knicks and the Detroit Pistons, an upstart team. What a year for the Pistons, man. Finally getting some fucking success over there. Detroit sports is back.
All they needed was a coach that, like, just.
Who's their coach?
The
The Phoenix Suns old coach?
No, it's the Cavs coach from last year, JB Bickerstaff. They got rid of him. He went down there, turned that shit around, and they fired. I'm drawing a blank on his name, but he was the Suns coach before. And then he just I think he got like the biggest contract for a coach in like NBA history, like a year or 2 ago, and they had to fire him like quick times. But Cade Cunningham going to be all NBA. Yeah, very, very impressive year for the Pistons. Didn't see it coming, going from like a bottom feeder the last couple of years to actually avoiding the play-in. Very impressive. And fuck, Brunson's coming off a pretty fucking bad ankle injury. This is going to be must-see TV in round 1. But I got to go. I think it'll be too devastating for the Knicks to lose in round 1. And I rode them in fantasy. to a championship. I'm sticking with my boys. Mikal Bridges, OG, Josh Hart, career year, Brunson,
Towns.
Cat.
Come on.
Let's do it. We going Knicks, baby.
Carl Anthony Towns, the only guy to tap out on an NBA court in the history of basketball. You got to go with the Knicks, man. Come on. The delusion. As long as Brunson's there, they'll be great.
I
Next
wouldn't
up,
be
the
surprised
Pacers
if
and
they
the Bucks.
lose, but Knicks. Pacers and Bucks. Damian Lillard, man. I don't know if he's back. He got a blood clot, which is one of those, that ended Chris Bosh's career.
Yeah.
So, well wishes to Dame. I'm not sure what the latest update is, but if he's back, that makes a huge difference. But the Pacers beat them last year, and it was the same shit. Like, they were the worst team. But I think Dame and Giannis missed games. I can't remember who. I just remember the Bucks were decimated by injuries, and the Pacers had kind of a fluky run to the conference finals, because then they beat the Knicks, who also had injuries. But I think the Pacers home court, they get it done again, assuming Dame's not playing.
Is swapping Lillard and Drew going to go down as a huge mistake for the Bucks?
Of course, man. And not only they won a championship with Drew, they literally handed the Celtics a championship. That was one of the most mind-boggling things ever. I hate franchises that are cheap like that, but I mean, they're in the luxury tax, and I think they've got one of the highest salaries right now. But I just hate when a champion they can't keep it all together, but to then send it to someone else in the East, and then he goes and wins another championship. I'm happy for Drew as an individual, but yeah, that was bullshit.
I'm going with Milwaukee.
Okay.
I hated Siakam when he was here, and I'll hate him when he's in Indianapolis as well. All right.
Optimism about Dame returning for the playoffs. That's good. 4 hours ago.
So, moving to the West, you know exactly how we're doing this. Who's coming out of the play-in? Let's hear it.
Memphis fired their coach with 9 games left in the season. Just insane behavior for a franchise. They've been in a tailspin. They were a top seed early. Never thought they would end up in the play-in. And I feel like at one point they were the 2nd seed. They had this new, different offense. Things were kind of rolling. Ja can't get out of his own way. Injured, left, right, and center, missing games all damn year. Golden State's rolling. Warriors all day. And I think it might be genius. If they win this game and line themselves up with the Rockets, I like that way more than going against the Lakers round 1. But they better win this fucking game. So, yeah.
And who's the next one coming out? You just got to give me 2 here.
Oh, okay. And then I'd say, shit, that's tough. Dallas. I don't know why the fuck Dallas is even trying. They should have just tanked. Fuck. DeMar and them boys, or AD and them random Hawks.
No, Memphis can still win.
Yeah, but we got to choose who wins the 9-10 game first to get that second shot, right?
No, I think we're just picking the 2 that come out of the play-in.
Oh, okay.
It gets too tricky to keep track of who we chose, you know?
Okay, Golden State and Memphis.
I gotta back you up and go the same. I just have to shout out Ja Morant with one of the most creative celebrations of all time, pulling the pin and tossing the grenade into the stands.
He's so dumb.
That shit was awesome. Ja, usually I hate on you because you're loose as hell, but that shit was unreal, man. I love that shit.
Did you see everything that led up to that?
No, I have no idea what's happening in the NBA. I haven't been watching.
Okay, well, let me just tell you real quick. You obviously remember the gun stuff the last couple of years, where he was just on fucking IG Live with guns and shit. and then dude, 2 weeks ago, he did an intense gun celebration and got a warning. And then the day the league gave him a warning, and lots of people do gun shit, and it kind of gets ignored because they don't have history of he does.
Yeah.
So he does the gun thing. Adam Silver gives him a warning, and then he goes and does it that night again, and then he got a $75,000 fine, and then now he does the grenade. It's like he's just being a fucking like a teenager who doesn't want to listen to his fucking parents.
Dude, completely off topic, but when watching Tampa Pro, I think it was Tampa Pro, Domo Walker did this after one of his lines, and I look over and Story was doing this. My son, 4 years old, had 2 guns to his head. I'm like, geez, put your fucking hands down. God damn it.
Oh shit, Domo.
Dude, kids are too impressionable, man. That's why Jaws got to clean it up. But the grenade, I loved it personally. Okay, the Lakers and the T-Wolves, man. T-Wolves have had a tough year, it seems like, man, but they've been able to find their way in the second half. Anthony Edwards still the superstar. Can him and Randall battle the big three in LA?
Randall, notoriously bad playoff numbers compared to regular season. They got Gobert down there. Honestly, I want the Wolves to win so bad, but it doesn't seem possible to eliminate 2 of the hardest dudes to eliminate in the league in round 1.
Is it possible that the Clippers could end up playing the Lakers?
I think it's all set, man. I think all the games today ended.
Oh, today was the last day for the NBA. Sunday.
Yeah. I think this is
yeah, they all played early in the day as well, right?
Yeah. So I'm going to pick the Lakers and root against them with everything I got, man.
Yeah, I'll go with the Lakers just because Shannon Sharp. Lakers in 5. But I hope for the T-Wolves. But this one seems like it'll be great. The Nuggets and the Clippers. 2 heavyweights going toe-to-toe.
Yeah, did you hear?
Let me pick first this time.
Yeah, but let me just tell you this tidbit. Did you hear the Nuggets fired their coach with 3 games?
Yeah, they fired everyone. Stan Kroenke usually doesn't do that, but it seemed like it was a good time. I think I'm going to go with the Clippers. I have no idea why.
I'm not mad at it. Yeah.
Going against one of the best of all time in Jokic, but I just feel like the Clippers got something this year, and we know like when Kawhi enters the playoffs healthy, he can stop anyone. So I'll go with the Clippers.
Defensively, they have no one who can handle Kawhi, and Zubac's having a career year. I think, of course, you can't stop Jokic, but it's good that they've got someone that Jokic has to think about defensively, which usually never was a thing with Zubac. So you'd hope for 8 to 12 points, but I think he averaged a career high 15 or 16 this year. So, fuck, man, I might go with the Clippers too, and I'm so excited for the series. And I don't have a favorite. And Norman Powell, our boy, had a bad injury, kind of fell off towards the end of the year, but Harden, chip on his shoulder. Better coaching on the Clippers side, so we'll see. Really exciting series.
There we go. The picks are in. The first round, the NBA and NHL playoffs is upon us. That's how you know summer is just around the corner. The fun starts now for us Toronto Maple Leaf fans.
And I think we can both agree that we're taking... Actually, no, Rockets Warriors is the only one that's a question mark, but Thunder are going to crush whoever they play in the 8th seed. As long as it's not the Warriors. And Cavs and Celtics, those are
that would be,
sweeps,
and
or
for both
4-1s.
of those teams, the Houston Rockets and the OKC, absolute catastrophe running into Golden State in round 1.
Yeah. I want it to be. I'm rooting for. I want OKC to get to the conference finals, if not finals. If they went against the Warriors, I'd root for them. But that's the only team I'd root for over OKC in the West. I'm excited if the Warriors can line up with the young Rockets. That'll be must-see TV as well. Let's get it.
All right. Before we wrap up this episode of the Bunt, when we logged on here, me, Seifa, and producer Jay, we're tuned into the Masters. Rory McIlroy was in classic meltdown mode, crashing out, goes to a playoff, and he seals the deal. Rory McIlroy gets his green jacket, dropped to his knees crying. A round of applause for Rory. Never watched golf, but, I mean, it's the Masters. You got to tune into it a little bit. Congrats to Rory, and that's it, man. That's all she wrote.
That's epic. Good for him. It would have been cool to see Rose win it too in his 40s, but
I think Rose shot a 6 under on Sunday, and Rory finished a +1.
Damn.
So
he was trying to choke that shit away.
He tried his best. He tried his best.
Hey,
but yep. All right, y'all. That's gonna wrap up this week's episode of The Bunt, episode 2. Long way to go this season. Ghost, they know where to find us next week.
Post office.